Guys, let's get it started. Whoop, whoop. Let's go. All right. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Happy Sunday to everyone. Thank you all so very much for being here, because like I said earlier, you could be anywhere else in the world, but you are here with me, and I appreciate you. So thank you so very much. With that being said, this is the Erica effect, all right, where we basically just gonna show off the fact that the Trump supporters are not that bright. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, all right? I just really want a Trump supporter to come up here and give a valid argument. But before I get into all that, let me just say this here, all right? Thank you again so much for being here. I can't say that enough. While you're here, let's be active participants. Let's make sure that we are tapping the screen. We are sharing the live. We're reposting. We're knocking out the gift goals. All right, we're doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things, as the OG do all the good things shirt says. With that being said, y'all, if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the YouTube and also over on the Twitch, Twitch, use the link. YouTube, you can send a super chat. I appreciate y'all. All right. With that being said, guys, I'm ready to do this. Let's get it started. All right. Trump supporters, request up. Get in the box. Let's have a conversation. All right. Let's do that. Let's talk about how your president of no new wars is sending us to war. Let's talk about that. 3 Americans were killed today. But that doesn't even compare, and I hate to even say that, but that doesn't compare to the fact that 165 little girls lost their lives. 165 little girls, 7 to 12 years old, gone. And for what? Why? Someone make it make sense to me. Why are they gone? And then to tell the lie, try to spread it in the U.S. media that the Iranian people bombed their own school. That makes absolutely no sense. No sense whatsoever. None. But anywho, Trump supporters, get in the box. Get in the box. Request up. Let's have a conversation. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and have a conversation. I'm gonna go ahead and bring the backup up. And chat, do me a huge favor. Drop your favorite hashtags in the chat. There we go. Okay, drop your favorite hashtags in the chat, and only request up if you are a Trump supporter. If you are a Trump supporter, get in the box. All right, let's have a conversation. We can speak factually about this without you having to dwell into your hate. You do not have to dive into your hate. Okay, you can have a conversation about geopolitics and how we got here. We can have those conversations, can't we? I'm hoping that we can. I really am. I'm hoping that we can. I think what's actually happening here is that Trump supporters are now realizing that Donald Trump isn't the person that he told them he was. We knew that, like people with, you know, more sense than a cow. We knew that. We understood that, but Trump supporters, they did not. They did not quite get that. They didn't understand that in his first term, he told over 30,000 lies. They didn't know that. They, like, for some reason or another, they didn't quite get that. They didn't get the fact that Donald Trump pulled us out of the JCPOA, all right, the comprehensive agreement there that would actually stop Iran from, you know, enriching their uranium. It's crazy that you're saying W Trump in the comments, but you're not in the box. I think that's wicked work. I do. I think that's wicked work. There we go. Hi. So you're a Trump
Hey,
supporter. Hi. For TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 26.
26. Okay. All right. So why are you still supporting Donald Trump, the man who said no new wars?
Well, I think he's better than Kamala and Tim Walz. That's why.
You think he's better than Kamala and Tim Walz? Okay. So
Yeah,
here's the deal. You know that Kamala Harris isn't the president, right? And she hasn't been running for president for well over a year, about a good
I know, but
13,
that's
14
why I
months or so.
supported Trump.
I'm not asking you why you supported him. I'm asking you why are you still supporting him?
Well, I don't support everything, just some of the things.
What are you supporting?
Well, he closed the border
That's not a
better.
thing.
It's not a thing?
Mm-mm.
How's it not a thing?
You can't close the border when the border protection is reporting themselves that they had what over 268 apprehensions at the border. If the border is closed, how are they doing apprehensions at the border?
Okay, 268 compared to
200. I'm
what?
sorry. I'm so sorry. I
7
forgot.
million?
My apologies. 268,000. But if the border is
Okay, compared
closed,
to what?
no, you can't compare it, darling. That's the thing. Don't you understand? If the border is closed, right? How is it that people are still crossing?
You
Make it
can
make
compare
sense.
it because it's like
No, you
12
can't.
million to 200,000. That's a big difference.
Can you please tell the class what the word closed means?
Let's put it like this. Kind of closed. How about
Kind
that?
of closed. Oh, so you're walking it
Mhm.
back. The border isn't in fact
Yeah.
closed.
Well, if you said 268,000 have been apprehended, so it's like almost closed, but not
Yeah,
totally
I
closed.
don't say it. The Customs and Border Patrol says it. But go on. I'm listening
Okay.
to you.
All right.
So
So
it's
he
sort of
reduced it
closed.
from what, 12 million to 268,000. That's a
You're
lot.
so what we're doing right now is you're comparing a total of 4 years to what a year. Is that what you're doing? So
Okay. Let's say it's
48 months.
268 for 4 years. That's what, a million compared to 12 million. That's still good.
Um, I don't think you know. So how many was it that happened at the border? How many people came into the United States under the Biden administration?
I don't know, 12 million?
12 million. Where'd you get that number from?
I don't know. The news.
You don't know the news? Okay, may I ask you a question if you don't mind? All right,
Sure.
what's the difference between a crossing and an encounter at the border?
Well, that depends if you have catch and release, or if you encounter and send them back, or if you encounter them and
What?
let them into the United States.
Okay, please answer. Just answer the question. All right, because with catch and release, Biden wasn't well. Biden did do catch and release, but that was under Title 42 and also Title 8. So what I need you to explain to us is what's the difference between an actual crossing into the United States of America and an encounter at the border. I think I just gave it to you, so you can tell us. If you don't know, it's okay to say you don't know, and I'd be happy to tell you.
An encounter and a crossing?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't. You tell me. I don't know.
Okay. All right. So an encounter is going to be simply coming into contact with border patrol at the border. All right, that's an encounter, and a crossing is actually someone who was able to cross into the United States but was then apprehended. That's the difference between the two.
All right. So,
So we actually had about a little over 10 million encounters at the border during the Biden administration. But how many people were actually able to come into the United States of America has been estimated by NGOs and also by Border Patrol as about 2 to 3 million people.
no, that's a fake number.
That's a fake number. How do
Yeah,
you
that's
say?
fake.
What source do you have to say that's fake?
You just can tell. That's
How?
fake.
How is it fake? Are we supposed to trust you?
Trust the news. They estimate like 12 million. So
12 million where?
maybe
What
it's.
news is saying this? You keep saying 12 million, but you don't substantiate it. What are we
You
talking
didn't
about?
see the news like every day
I
pouring
did
over the
not.
border, 365 days a year,
I did
caravans
not.
coming in.
No, caravans were during Trump's first term. Those were the caravans.
No, I think you must be watching MSNBC or something,
So are
not
you
getting
saying
like
that Trump didn't
real news.
say caravans?
The word?
No, are you saying that there weren't caravans coming over during Trump's administration? Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying Biden let in like 12 million people, maybe
I need you
11.5 million.
to substantiate something, because if we're gonna keep doing trust me, bro, then I can't continue to have this conversation. So again, where did you get 12 million from?
I don't know the news. Look, everybody knows that there's a lot less people coming in now than there were coming in before. Kamala was the border czar and didn't do anything about it. So, I mean,
Oh my God, not this again.
you can do mathematical magic and stuff, magical talking, but the facts are he's reduced border crossings by 90% probably.
All right. So this is America. We don't have border czars here in the United States of America. Okay, we don't have czars. Okay, and Biden
That's
never
a
called.
nickname.
That wasn't a
It's a
nickname.
nickname.
Kamala didn't. No, Joe Biden never called Kamala Harris the border czar. So there's that.
Well, you're playing word games. He put
I'm
her in
not
charge of the
playing.
border, so
He
you can say whatever you want,
he didn't
and
put
you
her in
can
charge
do
of the
like
border.
mumbo jumbo. He put her as the border person. Okay, and everybody. I mean, it's not a secret.
But that's not what her job was. All right, because didn't we have a Department of Homeland and Security secretary? Do you recall?
Yeah, but
His
I
name was
heard Biden
Mayorkas,
say
right?
like I'm putting Kamala in charge of the border.
Oh, then just go find it then and prove it.
I remember seeing it.
You remember seeing it, then go find where you saw it
Are you
at and
trying
just
to
tell
say
us.
that Biden didn't let in like 90% more or
I'm so sorry. You're
900% more people
pivoting.
than now?
You're going from point A to point M. I need you to focus. All right. You said that Biden called Kamala Harris the border czar, and all I'm
No, I
asking you
didn't.
to
I
do
never.
is to
No, no,
claim
no. I
it.
never said Biden called her that. I
Well,
called her that, and the news called her that.
you're saying that she no. You literally said that Biden called her the border czar.
No, never
And
said
she
that.
never was the border czar. That's not a thing. I'm just going to simply tell you what her job was. She was tasked with actually finding out the root cause of migration from the Northern Triangle, which is three specific countries in Central America. That would be Honduras, Guatemala, and El Salvador. All right. And she did exactly that. She went down there. She found out that it was due to lack of opportunities due to destabilization by the United States of all countries, right? Due to destabilization, and with it being due to destabilization, the people did not have the jobs or the income to be able to stay and be fruitful in their home country. So they were migrating north to our southern border in order to find better opportunities. What Kamala did is she worked with private businesses to actually get about $6 billion invested in those three countries so that people can stay in their country. She did that. All right. And what we did see is we did see a decrease in migration from countries like El Salvador along with Guatemala. So there's
You
that.
know
That's what
that's
her job was. Her job wasn't the border czar. Can you tell us what
you
the
know
border czar is? Like, tell us what it is.
that's academic and intellectual mumbo jumbo that you're
Academic and
using.
intellectual mumbo jumbo.
Yeah,
What?
it's big talk. It's academic garbage.
What?
That's the reason that people don't like the left wing lunatics because they talk nonsense.
Sir, that's the fact. So do you find facts to be mumbo jumbo, academic
No,
mumbo jumbo?
I find your rationalization of Kamala letting over
Kamala.
Kamala, 11 million people, mumbo
Your
jumbo,
number
and
just keeps
intellectually
changing. It was 12,
dishonest
now it's 11
arguments,
million.
finding the root cause of this and that. You could just say El Salvador's poor, Mexico's poor, United States is richer, so they want to come here. Okay, that's about what you
Um,
said, but you used like 10 million more words.
was it too many words for you? Do I have to like bring it down some
No,
instead
you're
of
just
using
like
live versions too?
masquerading the truth.
Masquerading the truth? How so? What's the truth?
Everybody knows that, like El Salvador, Honduras, their economies aren't good. The people want to come here. Okay? You don't need to write a book about it. It's just the way it is. Right?
Do you know why these countries suffer from poverty though?
Probably corruption.
Probably corruption. You think that's it?
Yeah, look at Mexico.
This is a lot. This is a lot. And you said you're 26, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so do you know what imperialism is?
Oh, here we go. Oh, if you want to say another thing that I support Trump was not letting trans
They don't know
women play
anything.
in women's sports. How about
Hey,
that?
one moment, guys. One moment. I'm not sure your name is Bridge. Bridge. One moment. Hey guys, go to the ericaeffect.com, ericaeffect.com, and get yourself a I am smarter than a Trump supporter mug. All right, right now, this weekend only, you can get 15% off with code LOVE15. Again, that's code LOVE15, LOVE15 at the ericaeffect.com. Thank you very much. Get your mug today. Okay, all right. I want to see those orders coming in. What the fuck are we doing here? All right. Okay, because the thing is that the United States, all right, continuously like gets themselves involved in these countries on our quest for resources, all right, and we destabilize these nations, basically taking the resources from them, leaving them with nothing, and then they seek out the resources which are now in the United States of America. Why are we upset with them when we're the ones who caused the issue? How about we just stay out of people's business and stop bothering these other countries, and maybe just so they can have stability in their homeland and then not come to the United States, not migrate here?
That sounds like blame the United States for everything.
Well, if the United States is the one to blame, I mean, I got two things to say. If it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck, it's a duck. All right. Or if the shoe fits, put that bitch on
Why
and
don't you say
strut.
some good? Say something good about the United States.
For what? Why?
Like we represent freedom.
Do we represent freedom? I mean, right now, your president is trying to restrict free speech. He wants to go after people's rights to firearms. He's abusing the court system. He's not following the Fourth Amendment. He's imposing on the 10th Amendment. And then also, he wants to basically change up the 14th Amendment, amongst other things. So, what freedom? What
The
freedom does
only
Donald
free
Trump
speech, the
respect?
only person that tried to stop free speech was the last administration.
How so?
Yeah, you could. How?
Yeah,
Come
how?
on.
You
You're
said
trying to
it.
hide the facts that you couldn't talk about the COVID vaccine. You couldn't talk
That's
about the
not true.
Wuhan lab. You couldn't talk
That's not
about Hunter
true.
Biden's laptop. You get banned from Facebook. They kicked Trump off of Facebook.
Yeah, for
They had
inciting
doctors
hate
from
speech.
Stanford who couldn't talk because they were banned from Facebook for saying the COVID vaccine might be related to myocarditis in young men. You couldn't even say that. Talk
Someone said
about
the fuck is grandpa talking about? He's 26. He's nobody's grandpa. That's funny though. That's funny.
I
You got an
want to
old
be a
voice.
grandpa one day.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel that. Sir, what you're doing right now is you're spreading misinformation, hinging on the verge of disinformation, because it's like you're almost lying on purpose. But I do think that you just have a misunderstanding of the information in which you've taken in. So I think that's something that we
Which
want
of the
to,
things I just said wasn't true?
all of it. So with all of it, just lies. Okay, so the Biden administration did not censor any social media platforms. What they did is they offered guidance and said, "Hey, you should look into stopping the spread of misinformation in regards to C-19, because as the government, they have a duty. They have a duty to be responsible and make sure that information is accurate. All right, that the public isn't being led astray or there's no fear mongering going on. They have a duty. All right. And so, with that being said, all right, the social media companies took it upon themselves to actually put into place those fact checking, I guess the fact checking systems on their posts to basically advise people if things were true or not. I mean, wouldn't you want fact checking on information like a deadly virus such as C-19? So people aren't ingesting cleaning solution or people aren't taking a horse tranquilizer, um, to think that they can cure it.
You didn't hear Mark Zuckerberg testify what they did to Facebook?
No, I didn't. What did he say?
He said that the Biden administration basically threatened him. Don't let people talk about Hunter Biden's laptop. Don't let
Now we're
them
on the
talk about,
laptop now? I thought we were talking about
well,
C19.
freedom of speech,
What's
okay?
happening?
It's just a matter of freedom of speech, right?
What are we talking about?
Freedom of speech.
Wait, okay, I just need something from you because you keep saying stuff, but it's simply not true. And I'm like, where did you get this information from?
Well, let me ask you, do you think Hunter Biden laptop was real or fake?
If his laptop was real, it was real. If it was fake, it was fake. Who cares? Hunter Biden isn't a politician.
I'm just
Hunter
curious
Biden
of
has
like,
nothing to do with government. I need you to focus, Bridge. All right, because again, you keep going from California to New York to New York to Florida to Florida to Alaska. I want you to stay in one place, okay? All right,
all
where did
right.
you get that information from? Are you able to substantiate it? Okay, because I'm going to start thinking that you're getting all of your information from Facebook posts. And if that is the case, then you aren't equipped to have this conversation.
You don't remember the 51 former like CIA leaders and FBI agents who said Hunter Biden's laptop was fake?
Don't know what you're talking about.
Come on.
That's why I'm asking you, where'd you get this from?
It, it's
Because
not
I
a
want to know.
secret.
Because
That
my
was
whole
big
thing is
news.
this, right? My whole thing is this: is like I don't know why it is that you're doing a "what about Biden" right now when we again have Donald Trump, okay, getting us into a new war. We have Donald Trump also again going after the First Amendment. We have Donald Trump and his administration going after the Fourth Amendment, all right,
Well,
and the
you
10th
support the
Amendment
supreme
and the
leader of
14th
Iran?
Amendment. 14th Amendment.
You think we
Why
should have
would you
just
ask
let
me
the
that?
supreme leader of Iran go and do
Who said that?
and
Did I say that?
you said we shouldn't be in Iran?
I said he's getting us into a new war. When did I say we shouldn't be in Iran?
Well, you implied it with
I
what you
implied
just
it.
said.
No, you inferred it from what I said. I never implied that. That's on
Well, do you
you.
support what we're doing in Iran? Yes or no?
No, actually, I don't support it. Do I think that do I think that the Ayatollah should not have been in power? By all means, no, he shouldn't have been in power. For about a little over 40 years, he's been awful to the Iranian people. I don't think that he should have been in power. However, that does not negate the fact that like the United States needs to mind its own business because isn't Donald Trump the one who ran on the fact that Biden acted like the world police and that he wouldn't be that way? Didn't he run on no new wars?
I probably did.
He
But
probably did. He probably
okay,
did.
whether he did or not, I support him going and doing what he's doing in Iran.
He probably did. No, he did do that. He did do
Okay,
that.
so what?
So what do you
Big
mean?
deal.
So what? So you're okay with someone basically not keeping a promise to you, doing the complete opposite of what it is that you voted for?
Well, I didn't vote for that. Okay. And I don't support
So you
everything
did
Trump
it.
does.
Okay. So
But
what
I
don't you
support,
support?
what don't I support?
Yeah, what don't you support?
I don't I don't support deporting like hardworking uh illegal immigrants,
Undocumented.
undocumented.
Yeah.
If they're criminals, they gotta go. If they're hardworking, then just find them a way to become citizens, a
So,
path. So that's I don't. I
oh,
mean, I think he's doing
you
that,
want
right? But
reform. No, he's not doing that. He's actually making legal immigration harder by starting to
no, I'm
charge. He's
saying
charging
he's
fees for
deporting people
asylum.
that
Hmm.
if you're working here and you're productive, then I don't think
Finish
they
your
should be
sentence. You were
deported.
about to say something. What were you about to say?
If they're doing criminal stuff, like you come here undocumented and you're driving intoxicated, get them out. But if you're here just working, then just don't worry about it.
Okay,
So that's what
so are you trying to?
that's one thing Trump's doing. I assume he's doing that I don't agree with.
That's not what he's doing, though. It's not what he's doing. What he's doing is he is really just detaining people. Detainments have increased exponentially over the last year, and they're keeping people for longer. Like people have been in there for 6 months plus without being deported, and that's unheard of. All right, so they're detaining people and they're forcing them into the work program where Core Civic and the GEO group can actually make money. So there's that part. So they're basically forcing people into labor. Additionally, also, the Trump administration isn't detaining or even deporting, the violent criminals that you say that they are. In ICE detention right now, over 73% of the people have no criminal convictions or even charges to their names. All right,
Okay,
that's the
so you said,
majority.
what don't I agree with that Trump is doing? There's one right there.
But
I don't agree with that.
again, but here's the thing though. You say you don't agree with it, but yet you're still supporting him, right? So what
I
does he
didn't
have
say
to
I
do?
support everything. I support the president. I think in overall he's doing decent, but I'm not like a
He's doing
lapdog that
decent.
agrees with everything that he does.
He's doing decent. His friggin' approval rating is in the 30s right now.
I really don't care about his approval rating.
Okay, so Donald Trump told you all on the campaign trail that he would get rid of violent criminals, but yet in ICE detention right now, only about 5% of them, according to the Cato Institute, and this is with information pulled from ICE, so from Immigration and Customs Enforcement, all right, that only about 5% have actual violent records. And then 73%, okay, have no criminal convictions whatsoever, no charges whatsoever. That means they have no records, okay? What the hell are you guys supporting? That means that he's not getting rid of the people that you want him to get rid of.
Well, he didn't let him in, okay? 11,000 people, I don't know what the word is when you unalive somebody that you can say on TikTok. Biden let in so many bad people. It's terrible, okay?
What do you
Maybe
mean
Trump
letting
can't
so
get them
many
all out,
bad
but,
people? Who are these
you
bad
know,
people? Because isn't Donald Trump the one who granted deferred deportation to over 200,000 Venezuelan migrants in January 19th of 2021? And then once he was running for president again, well, he never really stopped, let me be clear. But once the campaign trail picked up for 2024, started calling those same people Tren de Aragua, calling them gang members and calling them murderers and criminals and whatnot. Those very same people.
do you know how many people
Did you
came in
answer
that
a
were
question?
unvetted that had like
People were
you
not
don't we
unvetted.
had people from 150 different countries pouring through the border the last 4
No,
years?
no, that's not how any of that works. All right, that's not how any of that works. Because
They have drone
if you're
footage of the
allowed,
of people just pouring over the border. Don't
if
try to
you are
deny like
allowed into the United States of America, if you come via a port of entry, all right, you are vetted. Okay, you're vetted. If you get TPS status, you're vetted. If
see
you
now you're using
are able,
terminology like port of entry. The
I'm
millions
so
didn't
sorry. Are
come over
you?
port of entry. They came over the border.
Yeah, again, I say unto you, if you didn't hear me the first time I said it, it's estimated between 2 to 3 million people came in during the Biden administration, all right, during during the Biden administration that came through outside of a port of entry. So we already know that, right?
No, I think you guys use fake numbers. You
You
just
keep saying it's
manipulate
fake numbers, but you
numbers.
can't substantiate that it's
You're
fake numbers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do this because if you can't substantiate your numbers, you don't get to talk. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Because then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go into a circular argument, and I don't feel like going circular with you. I don't. All right. So Trump supporters request up, get in the box. Let's have a conversation. Let's have a conversation. All right. And let me see here. All right. Shout out to R. Thank you so very much, R, for purchasing your I'm Smarter Than a Trump Supporter mug. Thank you so very much for purchasing from the Erica Effect. I appreciate you, love. Thank you. If you want to get your I'm Smarter Than a Trump Supporter mug, or your Do All the Good Things shirt or a hoodie, by all means, or a bruh hat. Don't forget about the bruh hats. Visit the ericaeffect.com, ericaeffect.com, and use code LOVE15. That's LOVE 15 today. Today's the last day to do so. Use that code and you can get 15% off. All right, so let's do all of the good things, guys. And if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name, PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle, everything with Erica 9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. And please remember, guys, everything is appreciated and everything is most definitely accepted. We have 1,100 people up in here. Let's make sure we are tapping that screen. There is no reason why we shouldn't already be at 100,000 likes. So let's tap that screen, y'all. Also, continue to share and repost the live and just do all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. And let's go ahead and knock out these finger hearts. Again, thank you all so very much for the engagement. I appreciate y'all. Let's see, what do we have up in here? Ba-dum-bum. If he's teacupping, I hope he comes back with some facts. Oh, and guys, make sure you're following the backup, the purple one at the bottom. If you're not following my backup, by all means do so. All right. We're definitely going to start running lives on that account starting this week. Tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow? We'll run some lives on that account. And then also, just follow that account. And if you look in the top left-hand corner and you see the word follow me next to my name, by all means, tap that button and send your daily heart me. It's only a penny. And you get access to some pretty cool stickers. If you're already doing all of the good things, go ahead and drop those stickers in the chat, guys. Show them off. Let them see what they look like. All right. Hi, Kaz. Let's keep it going, guys. Kaz, are you a Trump supporter?
Hell no.
Okay, love. I'm going to go ahead and let you down, but thank you so much for being here. All right, y'all. We're only looking for Trump supporters. If you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and get in the box. Request up. Let's have a conversation. Let's do it. Let's go. Hi, Jesus. Or is it Jesus or Jesus? Which one do you? I don't know. I don't want to assume. Jesus in Spanish or Jesus? Which one? All right, I'm going to go ahead and let you down. All right, let's see here. What is this account? Lala, are you a Trump supporter? Lala, are you a Trump supporter?
Hello?
Yes, are you a Trump supporter?
Fuck ICE, fuck Trump, fuck
Okay, I know. Shout out to you. Shout out to you, kid. Keep doing all the good things, guys. All of the good things. All of the good things. Hi, you, whatever. I'm not sure I pronounce your name. Is there a name that we can call you?
Yeah, you can call me Keaton.
That's a child. That is a baby. Somebody please get that baby some what do they need? Some flavored milk and some animal crackers. They need a snack. What are we doing? What are we doing? So here's the deal. I keep moving this thing around. I'm sorry, Tube. My apologies. You're telling me it's 1,100 people up in here, all right, and there are no Trump supporters? All right, I won. I've done it. I won. I beat all the Trump supporters, guys. I beat all the Trump supporters. There we go. What? No, that is nasty. That was so nasty. Don't say stuff like that. I'm gonna tell your mom on you. Hey, Bridge, come back. Come back, Bridge. When you teacup like that, it makes me paranoid. I ain't gonna hold you. Hey.
Okay, well, I just Googled it and it said border crossings have decreased 95% since Trump became president. So you can argue with Google if you want, but you're intellectually dishonest when you bring out fake numbers.
What fake numbers?
Oh, 2 million, whatever. You know,
2 million.
If you're an academic, like if you're intellectual and you're smart and you go to school, you can prove like any numbers you want. There's studies from everywhere.
Wait a minute. What
you
do
can
you
pull
think
whatever
I said
you want.
2 million? What do you think I said 2 million in regards to?
I don't know, 2 million encounters or 2 million crossings during Biden's administration.
That's not what I said.
2.3 million.
I said 2 to 3 million people entered the United States during the Biden administration.
Okay, that's just not true, okay? So actually, you and Google or you and ChatGPT, they are at odds, okay?
You didn't what I'm trying to say anything wrong. You just mentioned that border crossings were down during the first year of the Trump administration. That doesn't disprove what I said in regards to the people coming into the United States of America.
Well, what I read
I
was
don't
like
know how
8
you don't
million.
know if you have comprehension skills. You can read, but you're not comprehending well. Like, come
Yeah,
on,
because
bro.
it's a fake number. It's like,
How is it fake? Disprove it then.
am
But
I
what you
supposed to
just said
believe you
doesn't
or
disprove
believe
it.
like Google? I Googled it and it
You
was
didn't
like,
Google the right thing though. That's the thing
oh,
about it.
okay.
What the hell? Like, what are we doing? And then also, you would have to basically provide where you're reading that information from because Google isn't a source.
You know, if you're smart, you can basically prove any number you want, okay?
What? That's not how
Yeah,
any
yeah.
of
It's
this
so easy
works.
to manipulate numbers, manipulate facts. It's you know, it's
Bruh.
not like it's not that hard. So you're not intellectually honest.
You
This
say
lady's
so.
been lying about everything. You have the proof, and she still doesn't
KF,
believe you.
I'm sorry, you came in a bit hot. I take it that you are a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am. I used to be a Democrat until they
Okay.
stole money from us.
And so, KF, with that being said, thank you, Shauna, for the money gun. All right, with that being said, for TikTok purposes, how old are you? Oh, you left, not the skedaddle.
See, the intellectual mumbo jumbo that you guys use is why Kamala lost.
There we go. There we go. It's Kamala. Or if you can't say Kamala, you can say
Kamala.
Harris. It's okay.
Miss Harris. It's the intellectual mumbo jumbo and left wing manipulation of truth. That's why she lost.
You got it. I hear you. I hear you. No, I think she lost simply because Americans weren't listening. They weren't listening. That's all. They weren't paying attention to actually what was going on, and that's why she lost. You believe Donald Trump?
Can I ask you a question I've always wanted to ask a Democrat?
Sure.
A smart one like you. So, you know, the certain states are most important swing states in an election, right? And Pennsylvania is like possibly the most important. And they had a governor, or they have a governor who's super popular there. His name is Josh Shapiro. And he was in the running for her VP. And Minnesota is like always Democrat, okay? There's no problem winning Minnesota for a Democrat. And she took like a super liberal governor as her VP. Now, why would a smart person who needs to win not pick a popular governor of a swing state and pick, you know, a kind of a crackpot vice president from Minnesota?
Well, she wanted a more progressive candidate as her VP, I would think, but I don't think that Tim Walz is a crackpot. I think hindsight may be 2020. Excuse me, one moment. I think hindsight might be 2020 here in regards to Tim Walz, and say that he maybe wasn't the strongest candidate. That she maybe needed someone a bit more tougher per se. But yeah, that's all I can think about. Like, I think that he maybe wasn't the best pick for her. He was too like grandpa. She needed maybe someone younger and more so like, I don't know. I have thoughts on why Kamala Harris lost the election, but I'm definitely not gonna go down the road with that with you, Bridge, because no. All right, I don't get paid enough to educate you on certain things. So there's that.
No, but I'm not. Okay, let's say I'm not even that smart, okay? Let's say I'm not intellectual. I know that Josh Shapiro is like 80% approval in Pennsylvania, and she needs Pennsylvania, so she picks Tim Walz. I mean, that's not smart, if you ask me.
Okay, all right. So we can agree that Tim Walz wasn't the best choice. All right. Anywho, husband cop, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
41.
Okay, all right. Why are you still supporting Trump?
Because I believe he's doing a decent job on what he's supposed to do. And just real quick, she actually explained why she didn't pick Shapiro in her book and in an interview when she was on her book tour.
Let's see here. Okay, tell us why.
She stated that she had a short amount of time, and because of the baggage, as she explained, him being openly gay and stuff like that, she didn't believe that the American people would accept him as the VP as
You
quickly
talking about Josh
as she
Shapiro?
needed.
Shapiro's not gay.
Shapiro's not gay. You're thinking of Pete
That's
Buttigieg.
Buttigieg.
I'm just, again, she was interviewed and that's what she stated in her
She
book.
didn't say
and in
that
the
about
interview.
Shapiro. Shapiro's not gay.
Yes,
You're
she
thinking of
did.
Buttigieg.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
Like, why would you want? Okay.
I'm
I
telling you
want
what
to
the
talk to
woman
my
said.
chat for a moment. Hey, chat, I have a question for y'all, right? Like, Josh Shapiro is a married man, and I do believe he has children, all right? I don't claim to know everything about every political figure, all right? The limited information I know about Shapiro is that he is married, he has a family, all right? He's not gay. I know that part. What we do know about Pete Buttigieg is that Pete Buttigieg is, in fact, gay. So for this gentleman to come up here and say that the reason that she didn't pick Shapiro is because Shapiro, all right, is gay is absolutely wicked. Like, what are we doing? And then when he's corrected, he doesn't just want to accept the correction. He wants to double down on it and then say, well, that's what I read. No, sir, that's not what you read. It's not what you read. It's not what you read. That's it. Anywho, all right, let's continue on with the conversation, or else I'm gonna go get my copy of her book that I'm gonna be honest, I haven't read it yet. I haven't sat down to be able to read it. But I can go get it. I'll go get the copy. It's right behind us. I'll go get it. All right. And then I'll Google what page that is on, and then we'll read right from the book. The fuck are we doing here? So the husband cop, do you want that to happen, or do you just want to go into telling us why you're still supporting Trump, even though he promised you no new wars? It's up to you.
Again, YouTube is free.
BRB. B the fucking RB.
I remember when I bought books and said I just put them on my house.
All right, we got the book. We got the book.
So how long have you had the book and you didn't read it?
Wonderful. No, I have ADHD. It's very hard for me to sit down and actually just read books.
I can tell. So while you're looking for that,
So how about you shut the fuck up? Because not him wanting to now engage in conversation. Not him wanting to now engage in conversation is hilarious to me. I think that's funny. I think that's hilarious.
you
All
are
right.
a
Which
comedy show.
mod do I have here? Matter of fact, let me see. Because I don't have to use that. I can just do this. I think that's funny that you're now trying to engage in conversation. That's rhetorical. You don't have to respond to that. Okay, so let me see here. Boom, boom, boom. What page?
I got another one for you.
Hold on one moment, Bridge. I appreciate you. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I can do this right here. One moment. Chat, keep doing all the good things. Matter of fact, I will play some hold music for us while we do this. There we go. Hold music. Thank you all for your patience. Doom, 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 doom. Is there an index? Because if there's an index, then I'll just look there. No, there's not. It's thinking. We're Googling. Exactly, SheCloud. Exactly. But the thing is, they never want to talk about what Donald Trump is doing. Only. All right. What Kamala didn't do, and what Biden did do. That's all they ever want to talk about.
Well, that's
Okay,
how.
let me see
That's why
here.
Trump
One
got elected.
moment.
Still waiting when YouTube is
Let's
free.
see here.
It's your guys' fault that Trump got elected, to be honest.
One of the first correct things you said, Bridge.
I know.
Don't be
They
rude.
martyred.
Don't be rude to Bridge. He didn't do anything to you. You don't have to be like that.
You guys martyred Trump by trying to put him in
You do
jail,
not
trying
have
to
to be
take him
like
off
that.
the ballot. You made him a sympathetic figure.
By trying to put him in jail. So are you
Put
saying
him
that
in
Donald
jail,
Trump
take the
didn't commit any
mugshot,
crimes?
kick him off Facebook.
Is that what you're saying? Are you trying to say that
I'm still trying to
he
get
didn't?
that underlining crime that he did to claim it as a felony.
I'm telling you, Trump was out, and you guys revived him with the persecution. You martyred him with the mugshot and put him on trial for months at a time with Fannie Willis and the one in New York and trying to take him off the ballot. It was absurd. You guys actually made him into a sympathetic figure.
Very true.
Boom, there we go. Actually, no, you all did. White men turned him into a sympathetic figure because
It's
you
all
all,
about
for
the
some reason or
race.
another, felt like Donald Trump, all right, was being attacked. Donald Trump wasn't being attacked. Holding someone accountable for their actions is not attacking them. All right.
See-
Did Donald Trump defraud a cancer charity and also a veterans charity? Yes or no?
I don't think he got put on trial for that.
He settled for under that long ago.
Did he do it? Yes or no?
He settled.
He did.
He didn't.
He did in fact do it. That's why he can no
Okay,
longer
so
do
how does
business
that
in
have
the state
anything to
of
do
New
about the
York.
2024
But that's
election?
why he can no longer do business in New York. All right. Donald Trump
Yet he still
had
did.
classified documents at his home. He had classified documents at his home that he had AIDS flushed down a toilet. That is what Donald Trump did.
And
Then
you
investigated
guys
for that,
even
which
made
is
him
not
sympathetic
wrong.
for
Excuse
that.
me, I know that I was talking. I think it's crazy how you both think that you can actually talk while I'm talking. It's so weird. Okay? That's not making him sympathetic. That's literally holding him accountable. All right? Donald Trump did, in fact, sexually abuse a woman in a Bergdorf Goodman's dressing room, and that's why he was found civilly liable for it, because with the preponderance of evidence, she proved it did in fact happen. That is holding him accountable. Donald Trump is in fact in the Epstein files. Okay? He's in there. He's mentioned in the Epstein files more than Harry Potter is mentioned in the Harry Potter series. He's in there. All right, us saying so isn't making him a victim, isn't making him more sympathetic. It's being honest and holding him accountable. What
No,
is
I'm talking
wrong
about
with
during the
holding someone
campaign.
accountable? During the campaign?
During the campaign.
Yeah, investigating him for the classified documents was
No,
okay.
he was on in
Doing
four trials.
Also, if you let me finish, investigating him for classified documents is okay. All right. Getting him for the Stormy Daniels stuff, the lying, the falsifying business records, that is okay because these are things that he did. Why do you think holding someone accountable is making them more sympathetic? I'm trying to understand that. Like, how did you guys get there?
I'll tell you why. It's an election year, okay? You make him sit in a courtroom for over a month. He's in New York with Letitia James. Like, she tried to make him pay like $1 trillion. He's got Fannie Willis all over his case in Georgia. He's taking mugshots. You're trying to get him off the ballot in Wisconsin and Colorado, so he can't even run. All of that in like a 6-month period. You made it look like,
but it's for stuff that
he's
did,
being
Bridge.
unfairly attacked. Okay,
Bridge.
I'm
it's
telling
for stuff
you
that he did.
Oh, whatever. It looked
I'm
ridiculous.
still looking for the pages, by the way. It's for stuff that he did, though.
You resuscitated him. You resurrected him by being.
You fell for the okie doke. Is what it is that you fell for the okie doke.
No, it's because
for
you don't. Until today, you don't realize it.
You felt sympathy for this person. For what reason, I do not know. Because what inside of you made you feel sympathy for a person, all right, who has been accused of the things that Donald Trump has been accused of, and also a person who's been found guilty of the things that Donald Trump has been found guilty of, and liable for the things that Donald Trump has been found liable of. All right. Do you feel any sympathy towards Bill Cosby?
I feel no sympathy towards Bill Cosby.
Oh, okay. What about O.J. Simpson?
Of course not.
Of course not. Okay. All right. But hey, wait a minute. All right. Wasn't OJ found not guilty of committing a crime? All right. He was found not guilty. Okay. But he was found civilly liable of said crime. Right. And then OJ definitely was basically ostracized by the media. This isn't an offense of OJ, by the way. All right, this is just showing.
No, yes, you are. You're defending OJ
no,
right
it's
now.
Not offending. No,
That's a
I
good
just
look
gave you
right
that
there.
idea. No, but you sit here and you defend Trump. Trump has been accused by 26 different women of sexual assault or harassment. That's what's happened with Donald Trump. But yet you still support him. Donald Trump, again, was found civilly liable of sexually abusing a woman. Yet, here you are defending him. Donald Trump, okay, has said on the Howard Stern show that if Ivanka wasn't his daughter, he would be dating her. He said that he gets to go into the dressing rooms at the Team USA and USA pageants, Miss USA pageants, because he owns them. He's the boss. He said that he gets to do that while they're unclothed. He said that out of his own mouth. He said that he gets to grab them by the private parts. Donald Trump said these things, yet some reason, somehow, because people have tried to hold him accountable for the things that he's done, he's somehow the one that's a victim.
Yeah, he's the victim because Tara Reid accused Biden of doing stuff with his fingers and under her dress, okay? But you don't talk about that, right?
Victim.
You know who Tara Reid is?
Were her claims found to be true?
I don't know.
So let me ask you this
He
question,
claimed
Bridge.
it.
I have a question for you, Bridge. What's your line? What does Donald Trump have to do for you to not support him anymore?
You know, he's not running anymore. So what do you mean? If it was a better
you're still
candidate,
supporting him today. You're still supporting him today, right? Even though you know all this information, it's not about whether or not he's running, okay? Because you have conversations with people outside of this platform, your family, your friends, people that you meet, peers, so on and so forth, okay? You have these conversations with these people, all right? Whether we like to admit it or not, we all have some type of influence on others, okay? So what is it going to take for you to stop supporting Donald Trump? What line can he not cross with you?
you know, he's the president, right?
Did not ask you to.
He's doing a good
respond
thing
with a
in
question.
Iran.
I just literally asked you, what is it going to take? Answer
I
the
don't
question.
even know what support means. I can't vote for him or not anymore. What, you want me to go try to impeach him? I don't know what you're talking
because
about.
Your support leads to you, all right, voting for people who also support Donald Trump. All right. So there's Congress people in the House and in the Senate. All right. There's local officials, there's state officials, all right, who also support Donald Trump. Okay. So my question for you again, and I hope that you can answer it, all right, is what will it take for you to stop supporting Donald Trump? It's not hard, I promise.
That's an easy question. Have somebody better. Have a better option. But I live in California.
Nothing
And you
else
got
that Donald Trump can actually do. All right, so it doesn't matter what Donald Trump does. You're going to support him. Thank you for the cake, Miss Chin. So you're just going to support him.
I live in California and I see what Gavin Newsom. You don't know what California is like unless you live here.
Yeah.
Gasoline is like $6 a gallon.
Yeah, this isn't
Electricity
about
bills
Gavin
are
Newsom.
through the roof. They spent $24 billion on homeless and it's gotten worse. Okay? And California is a Democratic governor, Democratic assembly, Democratic everything. Okay? And the place is like an economic mess. They can't even rebuild the houses from the fires in Los Angeles area. It's terrible. So unless you get somebody better,
I
it's
would
a
like to know what
lesser
that
of
has
two
to do
options.
with federally. I just want to know what that has to do with like federal, because we're talking about Donald Trump, but yeah, you're pivoting
Okay,
to
if
your
it's Gavin
governor for
Newsom
some
versus
reason.
Trump, I support Trump. Sorry.
Trump can't run for a third term.
Too bad.
Yeah, see, this is how I know that you're not actually a Trump supporter. You're a sycophant. You are literally a fan of Donald Trump's. That's all it is to it. You're a fan. Your identity is Trump, is what it is. You might want to seek therapy for that, because there's nothing factual that you can actually say that you support Trump for, and then to be able to
I
have the
told you,
incapability. Excuse me,
there's a
finished.
lot of
I'm
stuff.
not finished. The incapability to actually say, well, he can't cross this line. All right, it just shows that you are in fact a fan. All right, you don't actually care about politics. You are simply a lover of Trump. He's your identity. That's all there is to it. He's your identity. Okay, anywho,
That's not true, and I
hey,
do
chat,
support
should
the
we do the
Iraq, what
thing?
he's
Should we
doing in
do a
Iran.
2 for 1 for? A 2 for 1 for? A 2 for? I think I'm gonna do 2 for. Drop a 1 if you want a 2 for. Yeah, okay. All right. There we go.
Can I tell you an ironic story that I saw in the news
because
today?
you just said that you support what they're doing in Iran.
Yeah, there's
But
massive crowds of Iran.
you won't admit that actions that Donald Trump took have led us to this very moment. You won't admit it.
Which
And when you
moment?
can't be honest, I don't like it. I don't like when people can't be honest.
The Ayatollah's been there for like through 5 presidents. And finally, it took Trump to get the Ayatollah out of there. A person who mass unalives 40,000 of his own people that are protesting. The women in Iran are celebrating. The women, the left-wing liberal women in America are protesting.
And you can't confirm that number. And it's been about 30,000. So like, there's that, but the number hasn't been confirmed. All right. So once again, I say unto you, Bridge. Okay. All right. No one supports the Ayatollah. No one is supporting the Ayatollah. I want you to understand that. All right. My position is it is not on foreign entities, okay, to step in and do regime changes. It is for the people themselves to do the revolution, to do the regime change. It's
and how are they going to do that one?
Especially when we have a president like Donald Trump who says that we shouldn't be the world's police. So there's that.
The protesters don't have arms, okay? They have no means. Okay, they go in the street without anything. And that's why 32,000 or however many have been unalived. The Ayatollah gave the order to unalive the protesters, okay?
Okay. What does
Finally,
that have to do with
Trump
the United
has the
States of
guts
America?
to go and what?
All right. What does that have to do with America?
Oh, good question. So the CIA found a plot by the Iranian regime to unalive the president and our secretary of, who was the secretary of something, Jim Bolton. Okay,
so
they
you're
are
talking about Donald Trump's first term.
I don't know when they plotted to unalive him, but they did. Iran was found to be trying to unalive the president and John Bolton. Okay. So even Tucker Carlson, who hates like a lot of stuff said, if that's true, they should take out the Iranian regime. And Tucker's no friend of like Trump anymore.
Okay, quick mod announcement, guys. Quick mod announcement. All right, we have 1,300 people up in here. Let's do all of the good things and get these likes up. All right, let's get the likes up to 200,000 likes. So let's tap the screen, y'all. All right, also, let's go ahead and take care of the donuts. I just set those and continue to share and repost the live. Let's do all of the good things. And guys, if you're not following the purple one down at the bottom of your screen, that is my backup. All right, that's Erica Shante with a heart. Okay, make sure you're following that account. do that because we'll start running lives on that one randomly throughout next week. Also, guys, if you look at the top left-hand corner of your screen and it says follow me next to my name, well, follow, I should say, next to my name, go ahead and tap that follow button. Hi, Liv. All right. And just make sure we're doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. With that being said, if you'd like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. All right. With that being said, y'all, please do remember everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. And we are doing a twofer. All right. We're doing a twofer. All right. You know what that is? 0 out of 100. All right, we're doing a twofer. That's all I got for you. Links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. Again, I also have a Zelle. Everything with Erica9@gmail.com. Or if you're over in the tube, you can send a super chat. And just thank you all so very much. And let's keep it going. Also, I got a few thank yous to say. Thank you so very much to Jay for your order over on the Erica Effect website. Thank you so very much. Thank you. And let me see if there was I think there was another one. All right, and that's her. I gotta be able to read these things better. Oh, it's 2 people with the J. And also, thank you also to the other J for your purchase over there at the ericaeffect.com. Remember, guys, you can use code LOVE15 at the ericaeffect.com for 15% off. The code does expire today at midnight. So with that being said, go hurry and get your merchandise for 15% off. I appreciate you all so very much. Let's keep doing all of the good things. Not you teacupping. I'm not gonna stop until you come on. There we go.
Erica!
Liv! Hi.
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 Sorry, I was away from my phone.
Hi.
My AirPod didn't listen to me. Hey.
How are you today?
I'm good. I'm just here for the vibes. I'm doing
awesome.
laundry.
I love being here for the vibes. I'm here for the vibes too, I guess. I don't know. Okay, we'll see what happens. All right. So again, in regards to this matter, this is not about like the I mispronounced his name. I know it starts with a K, Kamini, I want to say, but I feel like I'm missing a syllable. But in regards to their leader, the supreme leader, the Ayatollah, all right, this is not about him. This is not about him. It's not about the Iranian people, because if you're claiming to care about the Iranian people, all right, then that means that you also care, all right, about Alex Preddy. You care about Keith Porter. You care about Dr. Linda. You care about Renee Good. That's what that means. If it's about humans, then you care about them too, right?
Of course.
Okay, all right. You want those who unalive them, who killed them, to be held accountable?
Of course.
You want the people at the top who are responsible for their deaths to be held accountable?
I don't know what you mean at the top, but
At the top?
you know, I don't think
I'm
Trump's
definitely talking
responsible
about,
for
you don't think
Renee
Trump is
Good.
responsible? Did the Ayatollah go out and personally unalive these people?
He gave the orders.
Did he personally go out and unalive these people? Yes or no?
He gave the orders to unalive
So,
the protesters, okay?
he
Trump
gave the
never
orders.
gave the
When did
order
he
to
give the
unalive
order?
Renee Good, okay? That's just hiring incompetent ICE agents. Okay? That's the ICE agents' fault. Okay?
So under his tutelage, so basically him as the president,
Oh,
sitting
you're
at the
making that's a
helm of the
big stretch.
executive. It's not a big stretch, actually. As
Trump
the
didn't
head
order
of
the
the
ICE agents
executive
to
branch,
unalive
all
anybody.
right, Donald Trump pushing for, all right, the surge in hiring in ICE agents, approving the scaling down of their training and putting them on the street as unqualified people, because you just said it yourself. All right, you don't think that Donald Trump holds any culpability in that whatsoever?
That's a gigantic stretch to
Hey,
compare
Liv,
that
is
to
that a
someone
gigantic stretch to you?
giving orders to
No,
unalive
thank you.
32,000
Liv,
protesters compared to hiring.
wouldn't that be a gigantic stretch to you? I just want to know. Why wouldn't that
It
be
is a gigantic.
stretch? I want you to be quiet while other people are talking. You've already said your piece. Chill out.
It's not a gigantic stretch, right? You know, do I really have to? Do we really have to? Right? My whole thing is, how much are, it's 100. How close are we?
Oh, not close at all.
What are we
No, Black
doing here,
women's labor
people?
is free today, by the way. I just want to let you know that.
Oh my God, on the Sunday? On a Sunday, people. I need 10 people to send $10 right now. We need to go knock that out because Black women's labor isn't free. And why do we have to? Why do we have to? Because we don't. Also, if you're going to agree that the Ayatollah is wrong for unaliving protesters and deploying the military, right, onto their soil to do so, right, you would also have to agree that Donald Trump deploying the military that unalive protesters and beat up protesters is also wrong, right? Like if you're going to argue that they need a regime change over in Iran,
Yeah.
you would also have to argue we need a regime change here in America. So, Bridge, you're
That's
not
the
doing
logic
well.
that makes me support Trump even more, because that's just ignorant.
Okay, all right.
That's ignorance. That's pure ignorance.
Okay, so if let me ask you this question: if Iran sends terrorists into the United States to blow things up, is that wrong?
Of course.
Should we defend ourselves from that?
Are you comparing the United
No,
States of
I'm
America
asking.
to Iran? What's wrong with
If
you?
they send people over here to blow things up, should the United States defend ourselves?
Of course.
Okay. All right. If the United States send people into Iran to blow things up, should Iran defend themselves?
No, they shouldn't. They should surrender.
What?
Mm.
The IRGC? Are you kidding? Those thugs, unalivers of innocent protesters, 32,000 that repress women, they're terrible. They're horrible.
Are you serious? That repress women? Do you really want to go down that route? Do we have to talk about the women who have died because they can't get access to health care here in the United States of America due to Donald Trump's basically kowtowing to the ultra-right Christian nationalists and putting 3 Supreme Court judges in place who agreed to overturn Roe v. Wade? Like, do we have to talk about that? How it's not just about abortion, but controlling women's reproductive rights in totality? Like, do you really want to go down that road?
Sure, let's go down there.
I
Come
don't
to
think
California.
that you really want to go down that road.
In
Exactly.
California, you can abort at 9 months.
I'm so sorry. You're in California where it's safe, where they have people in place who actually care about humans, all right, who care about humans and who are actually doing the things that will ensure that people can get the care that they need. You're in California. You're in a blue state. You're going to be fine. But the women in Texas, they're not going to be fine. All right. Florida,
in
Alabama,
California,
Mississippi, Louisiana, Georgia, South Carolina, they're not going to be fine, amongst more.
who are you protecting when a 9-month pregnant woman can abort that baby?
Who's getting an abortion at 9 months?
I don't know. They are.
Yeah, you don't have any fucking
you
stats
can.
on it, silly pants. Like,
There's
you just
late-term
say
abortion.
stuff. Like, there's not a lie that you haven't heard from the Trump administration that you don't believe. No one is getting an abortion at 9 months. All right. An abortion at 9 months is called delivery. That's when you have the baby. The fuck are
I'm
we
saying
doing
there's
here?
no
You're not
restrictions in
smart.
California.
There are restrictions in California.
Really? What are they?
You're so not
Hey,
smart.
Erica.
Yes,
Erica, I
ma'am.
know. Can we get a clip? I want you to clip this next interaction. I think
Okay,
it's gonna
we'll
be great.
do. All right. I took note of the time.
Okay. Hey, Bridge, I have a question.
Sure.
Have you ever got buns before?
Ever what?
You ever got buns before?
Got buns?
Yeah, like had relations with a woman.
Of course.
They asked, "What's
have
the Zelle in
kids.
the chat?" By the way,
What?
Erica. They said, "What's the Zelle in the chat, Erica?"
Everything with Erica9@gmail.com.
Okay, so you got children. Okay, great. So you got a partner. All right, cool. So you with your partner, right? If you in the middle of relations, and your partner tells you to stop, do you stop or do you keep going?
To stop what? To stop
Relations.
Of course.
Absolutely. That seems to be like you're trying to be a decent man, right? I agree. You should stop, right? because it's her body and it's her choice whether she wants to sleep with you or not, right?
Right.
Exactly. Right? And then she can say yes, and then in the middle of it say no. Consent can be given and taken at any time because she's her own human. And I appreciate you understanding that, Bridge.
I mean, to be honest,
Can I ask you
it
another
hasn't
question real
happened,
quick?
but
Can
if
I
I
ask you?
would stop, of course.
Yeah. Can I ask you another question?
Sure.
All right. Like, let's say a baby is utilizing a woman's body and resources, right? And the woman tells that baby to stop. Should the baby stop or keep going?
Is that a serious question?
Yeah. Serious question.
I don't understand. The baby is inside, right?
Yeah. If the one mother tells the baby to stop utilizing her resources, should the baby stop or should the baby keep going?
I don't understand. That's kind of a sick
Okay.
question.
Here, let me ask you a different question.
Let me ask you a
If you're
question.
having hold on one second.
I got a simple one for you.
Hey, hold on one second, friend, before we go
All
there. All right. So you would agree that if you're laying down to having relations with a woman and she tells you to stop, you stop, right?
Yeah.
Because it's her body and it's her choice, right? All right. So when this baby is utilizing a woman's body and she tells that baby to stop, should the baby stop or should the baby keep
That's
going?
an absurd question.
How is that an absurd question?
It's
This is the
insane.
second
Baby
time you've
can't.
done
A baby. A baby.
This is the
can't
second time. One
say
second.
stop.
This is the second
The
time.
baby would say, "Don't stop."
Erica, this is the second time he's done this.
Yes, it is.
He first of all with the United States and going into Iran, and now with this. Like, is he even a real person?
All right. Let me ask you a question. Should the government of California pay for prisoners to have
Yes.
sex change operations?
Yes. I think healthcare should be free.
So in California, you would support transgender surgery paid for by the government for prisoners in California?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Well, that's why Trump got elected.
Why?
Because that was Kamala's position, and people
great.
knew it, and they think that's insane.
Donald Trump signed that. Did that too in his first term. He agreed to the same thing. It's one of the things him and I both agreed upon.
Well, I don't agree with that.
You don't. Okay, great. So now you don't agree with Donald Trump. Great. And you also don't believe women have rights. Okay.
Of course, women have rights, but
No,
babies,
they don't. No,
babies
they don't.
have
Because
some
when the baby
rights
tells
too.
her,
Right?
why does the baby have more rights than the mother?
The baby has some rights at a certain point, right? At a certain point, the baby is a viable human being at a certain point.
And so is the mother. Now, look, all I'm saying, this is very simple. All I'm saying is that the baby
You guys
has
are
the
so
same
far
rights.
out there, out of conscience. Like, do you have a conscience? Do you have something inside of you that tells you right from wrong or not?
Okay, so why violate the body of a woman?
You're like, it makes no sense to ask the baby if the baby should unalive itself. Are you like crazy?
What? Okay, so if you're having relations with a woman, right? And in that moment, God comes to you and says, if you stop, you're going to lose your life with your significant other, right? Would you stop or would you keep going?
You're stretching this out to like no man's land. To some like way out mystical land of like.
Even if it was the cost of your life, the mother of your children, would you stop or would you keep going?
Well, repeat the question again.
Okay. You're having relations with your significant other.
I think you're kind of obsessed with like relations.
Yeah, listen, you're having relations with your significant other. And in that moment, God whispers in your ear and says, if you stop, you're going to lose your life. Would you, if she tells you to stop, would you stop or would you keep going?
Wait, God whispers in my ear or she whispers in my ear?
God whispered in your ear.
God whispered in my ear?
Yeah, he told you, he was like, if you stop, you're going to lose your life. You're going to have a brain aneurysm, and you know this. Do you stop or do you keep going? Do you violate her body? Or do you keep going? Or do you stop? Which is it?
Okay, let me just get this straight. I'm having relations and God whispers in my ear, if I don't stop, I die? Is that it?
No, if you do stop, you die.
If I do stop, I have an aneurysm.
Yes.
And God is telling me this?
Yes.
Well, first, I don't think God is going to tell me that. But
okay.
Of course I would stop.
Okay, even if it was a cost to your life, right?
I'm confused at the question.
Yeah, I agree. I would stop too. I would. So
What the hell?
if the mother tells the
Is
baby to
this the
stop.
logic that you
Yeah, if the
use to
mother tells
like
the baby to
support
stop. So very simple.
the
Very simple. Hey,
pro-choice? Because man,
listen.
you need to get
Okay.
you need to get a better like.
Okay, listen. Okay. So if the
I have
baby
to live.
mm-hmm.
About how much longer do you think this is gonna be?
I'm done. Like he already conceded to the point, yeah. Like
because he doesn't understand anything that it is that you're saying.
no, he doesn't.
Nothing. Absolutely nothing. All right. So what I want to say is the husband cop is someone who likes to follow me around now because I embarrassed him on someone else's live one time. All right. And then Bridge wasn't bad until he was, and he got to go. So here's for you
He's saying,
both.
I don't hate you.
Right.
I just hate all of the
Adios, then.
choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch-ass niggas make. That's all. So,
That's all.
That's all. That's all. That's all. That's all.
Hey,
One
the
moment,
Kamachi
please.
show in the chat said I don't have any grasp of reality.
One moment. They can come up if they're in it. Like you can take a look and see what you want to do with the inbox. The request. But guys, shout out to Lori for the 10. Lori, thank you so much for the 10. I did get your first 5, so you want me to send 5 back? I definitely will. Also, shout out to Lizzie for the 15. Lizzie said, thank you for educating everyone so articulately. All right, I tried, but thank you so very much, love. I appreciate you. Also, shout out to Carrie for the 10. Carrie said, oh, hi, love from Care for the first time. Thank you so very much. I've seen you around. Thank you. Drop some hearts in the chat, and then I want you to drop all of the hearts in the chat. All right, for Deanna. I want to say it's Dina. Tell me how to pronounce it. I make sure I pronounce it correctly for you, love. All right. Shout out to Dina for the $100 on the Venmo. Dina said the world needs more women in control. We sure as fuck do, because men do not know what it is that they're doing. They don't know what they're doing. All they know how to do is do war, and cry. That's it. Thank you so much to Dina. Drop all other hearts in the chat, guys, to our donors. Drop all of those hearts in the chat. All right, let me make sure I check over here over on the tube. I don't miss anything. Okay. Oh, shout out to Mr. Melvin for the $5 super chat. Mr. Melvin said, let me make sure I read it. Hi, Erica. Did we forget about the life of the mother? Obviously, he did, Mr. Melvin. He did. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. He obviously forgot because they always do. They do not value women. They don't really even value babies, okay? They don't value fetuses or anything of that nature. They're just pro-birth. Once the child is born, they do not give a rat's banana. They don't care. They don't. That's why they vote for people who are against free healthcare. They vote for people who are against free school lunch. They vote against people who are against free education. They vote against people who are against affordable housing because they do not care about the life of the human once it is breathing, only while it is dependent upon the one who is breathing. Think about it. With that being said, guys, let's keep doing all of the good things. You guys are freaking awesome. I appreciate y'all. With that being said, keep tapping that screen, sharing and reposting the live. Make sure we're taking care of Liv while he's here, doing all of the good things. All right. And I just want to thank you all so very much because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. And thank you so much, Lori, for another 5. Lori said, because your work is not free, love you, keep cooking. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Lori. Also, y'all, please drop some hearts in the chat for T. T got her, let me make sure I get it. Hey, T got her bruh hat. Shout out to T. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, love. She got her bruh hat from the ericaeffect.com. All right, and I got to make sure I check them all. Awesome. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so very much. All right, now let's continue on because everything is appreciated and again, most definitely accepted. Thank you so much, Smitty. Hi. Okay, I don't know what that says. If you don't mind, Kwachi?
Quachi. That's
Kwachi.
right.
Hi, Kwachi. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yep.
Okay, all right. And for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
31.
31. Okay. Why are you still supporting Trump, even though he said no new wars?
I mean, we're not in a war.
We're not in a war. Donald Trump said that we are.
We're not in a war. If we
He
were
said
in
that we
war,
are.
it doesn't really. I mean, he could say stuff, but Congress has to declare war. This was an operation. I'm also a veteran, by the way.
Congress has to declare war. So, like, was the Iraq war and Afghanistan, were those just operations that lasted for like 20 years, or what are we doing?
Did Congress declare war?
Did they declare war?
I'm
Why don't you
asking
tell
you. You're
us?
asking me a question.
I'm sorry,
After,
you're answering my question with a question. You're the one that's in the military. You tell us. Were those wars?
yeah,
Those were wars? Okay, so when did Congress declare war on Afghanistan and Iraq?
they didn't, but I mean, it was a war. We were
Exactly.
there.
There we go. So
But
what makes
do we
this
have
any
ground
different?
troops? Do we have ground troops in Iran?
Do we have
The
ground
answer is
troops in
no.
Iran?
The
We're
answer
on
is
our
no.
way to it, and we had 3 service members die today in Kuwait because of Donald Trump's decision to help Bibi Netanyahu. So there's
Yeah,
that.
I'm not really a big supporter of the whole Israel thing. But I do believe in a basic principle of destroy your enemy and destroy your enemy totally, right? We can wait until Iran has nuclear weapons and then now we can't do anything about it, right? Or we can, like the whole world is celebrating right now, we can liberate their people. 1979 is when the supreme leader Khomeini took power in Iran. Before that, Iran was a very liberated and Western nation. Women had rights back then. Like when we talk about, oh, women are losing rights today, it's a very privileged stance because y'all don't really understand what it is to lose your rights. Like they lost their rights to vote. They lost their rights to even have autonomy in the household, literally, not figuratively or ideologically, like everyone here cries about. They literally lost their autonomy in the home. Before the Ayatollah took place, marriage at the age of 15 and below was banned, right? That restriction was lifted when the supreme leader took power. The hijab was even banned. Women were allowed to express themselves however they want to express themselves. They can wear whatever they want. They can go get an education. They can go work a job if they want to. After the supreme leader took power, all that was stripped away. So when y'all make these arguments that, oh, we're losing rights, you're not losing rights. Every state has a right to vote for what it wants to vote for. And if a state decides they don't want to have abortion, you have the autonomy to move to a different state or create a grassroots movement to get your elected officials elected so that they can represent you, which is what they're supposed to do, and they can bring abortion back. In the state of Virginia, even when we had Governor Youngkin, who is a staunch right-wing Republican, he didn't restrict abortion over here because the people of the state still wanted it. So you can still have an abortion to this day up to the 26th week of your pregnancy. That's 6 months in. You can still have an abortion. So you're not losing rights. States are just exercising states' rights. They have a right to vote for what they want to vote for in their state. This idea of trying to superimpose what you want on all 50 states isn't what America was built on.
Go ahead, get close to landing your plane, because now you're repeating yourself.
I'm trying to emphasize a topic because most people don't understand civics 101. Okay, well, pay attention.
Okay,
Most people don't know
do
civics
that.
101.
Don't do that. Mm-mm.
I mean, you're
No,
being
I'm
condescending
not
as
being
well.
condescending. I'm just asking you to land your plane because
All
you
right,
started to repeat yourself.
Okay.
And I want to see where it is that you're going with this. So are you going to land your plane?
Yes, it's landed.
Okay, fantastic. Thank you. Okay. Hey, shout out to the Castle Raid. Hi, Castle Raiders. Hi, Bridge Party. Make sure you're doing all of the good things, guys. Tap the screen, share the live, repost. Take care, Liv. He's here. All right. And don't forget to visit the EricaEffect.com and get your Do All the Good Things shirt. I appreciate y'all. Thank you, Casso. Okay. With that being said, all right. So you said a whole lot. All right, so you already admit that you don't need Congress in order to be at war. All right, because we did have it. You did, because we had the Afghan, and we also had the war on terror, and we also had the war in Iraq. So there's that. Like, we had those two things. Now, with that being said, in regards to Donald Trump, he did in fact promise no new wars yet. This is the second time that he's striking Iran. All right, at the
Striking, not war.
behest of Israel. All right, and again, I'm gonna get the video so where Donald Trump did in fact say that this is a war. I'll get that just a moment, where he's going to be putting American citizens' lives at risk, especially our service members. We've already had 3 of them die today over in Kuwait. So there's that. Because again, all right, because of response in regards to what Donald Trump has decided to get the American people involved in. So there's that. Additionally, when it comes to state rights, all right, it's not just about voting in the people, all right, to put in the legislation. It's about the people actually being able to have a voice in said legislation. There are many states who have abortion restrictions, okay, who do not get to participate in that process. We can even look at Florida, for example, where the people actually do get to participate, but they changed the rules. So in Florida, it used to be you needed a simple majority, all right, a simple majority vote in order to implement legislation, because the people get to have a say-so. So in Florida, what happened is when they wanted to vote on the 6-week ban, they did. People voted and they actually got more than 51% of the vote. Thank you so much, Risa, for the candy puffs. That was super cute. Thank you so much. They voted, and Floridians decided that they did not want to have a 6-week abortion ban. It was brought back, all right, during the 2024 election. It was brought back, all right, up for a vote again, and Florida changed it to where they needed a super majority. So over 60% of the vote. Unfortunately, they did not get that super majority. Okay. And so now Florida has a 6-week abortion ban in place. Okay. So do you see how those things happen? Yes, again, I said that it is in regards to the state. All right. I'm not finished. And that's the thing about it, right? I let you go on for about a good 2.5 minutes before I ask you to land your plane. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to mute you because you don't have to talk while I'm talking. Thank you. Because I'm responding to everything that it is that you said. Thank you very much. I appreciate you. Now, with that being said, people should not have to move. They shouldn't have to pick up and change their entire lives because their legislators do not want to listen to them. They shouldn't have to do that. That is why certain things, if we're going to legislate them, should be legislated on a federal level. That is why. Okay, because when we had Roe v. Wade in place, everyone had a choice. Everyone had a choice. If you wanted to have an abortion, you could have said abortion. No one was getting abortions at 9 months pregnant. That did not happen. The only time that would, and I should say an elective abortion at 9 months, the only time that was happening was for medical necessity. That means that the life of the mother was in danger, or the pregnancy was no longer viable. All right, and you had the choice. Now you no longer have the choice, dependent upon the state in which you live in. So please do not try to simplify it or make it so elementary as simply a choice of whether or not to live in a state, because that's not how it works. Also, welcome in Hector Raiders. Hi, Hector. Hi, friend. Shout out to Hector, guys. Drop some hearts in the chat for Casso and Hector for the raid, guys. I appreciate you all. If you're watching over on the tube, also, make sure that you're liking the stream. All right, let's get the likes up to over 200 likes, okay? And make sure that you're subscribing. Thank you so very much for doing all of the good things. I appreciate y'all. All right, the floor is yours, Kwachi.
Yeah, the founding fathers developed the Constitution in a way to allow everyone to be able to make something federal. Roe v. Wade wasn't, it was a Supreme Court ruling.
Yeah, it's court
but
precedent.
It wasn't codified, right? You need what, 3/4 the House, 2/3 the Senate to make something an amendment. Y'all, that the abortion fight is neither here nor there for me. I'm not a woman. That's y'all fight.
You brought it up.
If y'all wanted it to be codified, y'all should have built a grassroots coalition and got an amendment made. But you allowed yourself to rely on the Supreme Court ruling, which could change at any moment because that is the Supreme Court's power. They can come back and change any ruling whenever they want, depending on who has the majority in there. Is it a conservative majority or a liberal majority? They have that power. This is why I stress so many people to take a basic civics course, because if you don't take a civics course, you have this idea that it should be federal. But if it should be federal, it is up to you to make it federal. You have that power as a voter, but y'all let it slide to the Supreme Court. And the Supreme Court did what the Supreme Court is allowed
Now
to
you're
do.
doing that thing again where you start repeating yourself because you say
Because
you're
it's
emphasizing,
called
but
emphasizing.
you're just repeating yourself again, and it's
You
just going
just
on. Anywho, shout out to Becca. Thank you so much to Becca for the laughing disco over on the tube. I appreciate you, Becca. Thank you so much. Keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. And shout out to Sean, the other disgusted veteran, for the $5 super chat. Sean said, "Isn't it interesting how fast GOP and MAGA flips from pro-life when there is a war going on, especially when it's not their kids? Enlist or shut it." That was for the other guy. That was definitely for the other guy, because this guy
Yeah,
up
that
here
wasn't
said
for
that
me
he
because I'm a
is
veteran.
he
Yeah,
served.
so I served, so I did all 8 years.
Yeah, that wasn't for you. Anywho, in
So
response to what it is that you said, there have been they have tried to codify it. However, it hasn't been successful because, as you mentioned, in order to codify it, what's needed? All right, they need both the 3/4, yeah, 3/4 of the House and 2/3 of the Senate. That hasn't happened yet. All right. However, polls do show that the majority of Americans, all right, when asked, are in support of Roe v. Wade. All right. And so now what we have is we have women unaliving because, again, like I mentioned earlier, they can't get the access to the health care that they need. All right. Our reproductive rights should not actually be left up to legislation because there's no legislation saying what a man can and can't do with his body. So there's that part. So
that's irrelevant.
It's not irrelevant though, because why?
It
What's
is.
good for the goose is no longer good for the gander.
No, we don't. You guys want your abortion rights. That's what you want. So if you want
we
that,
want
you
our
have to go
bodily autonomy
campaign
to
for
be
that.
left alone because your bodily autonomy is left alone. Like there's no
It
one
doesn't
saying
matter.
what you
It
can
doesn't
do with
matter
your
about what the
body.
men have. It doesn't matter
Actually, yes,
about
it
what we
does.
have.
It
You
does
guys
matter.
You guys desire bodily autonomy. There's
What do
nothing
you
wrong
mean
with
we
that.
desire bodily autonomy? If you say that we desire bodily autonomy, then you are, in fact, conceding that we do not have bodily autonomy. And then, therefore, you would have to explain to the 1,500 people that are watching, all right, why are you okay with women not being in control of their own bodies?
Again, I never said I'm not okay with it. It's not my fight. But this is the fight that y'all want. This is the thing that y'all want. No, this is not
the fight that we want.
If a state
what?
decides, they want to ban abortion, I'm about to make sense. If a state decides they want to ban abortion, right? Then you want to make it federally protected. You have to make that fight.
You're missing the point.
It is incumbent upon you guys.
You're missing the point.
It's not the point.
Yes,
That's how the Constitution was designed. This is how the Constitution was designed.
Is that women should not have to fight for their bodily autonomy. We should not have our rights legislated. All right.
Should is not a strong enough argument.
The right to what we want to do with our reproductive organs, all right, should be of no consequence to you as a man or to any man or to any other woman. It is for the person themselves. All right, so that means for the woman herself. That is who it's for. The girl or the woman themselves. That's it. Okay? We shouldn't have laws on the books for that. Actually, yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I'm trying to paint a clear picture.
Earlier that this wasn't your fight. States. So if you would like to move on, we can, in fact, move on.
I'm trying to give you guys a roadmap. Is there another reason
why you're still supporting Trump?
I'm trying to give you guys a roadmap.
You're still missing the point.
There are states that are more. There are states that are more religious than other states. There are some states that truly believe that it goes against their Christian beliefs. No, this is the point. You're not listening, so you're not catching the point.
You're going to talk about Christian beliefs, but we have a clear distinction, the separation of church and state. We already know that.
That's irrelevant, Miss Man.
We have well over 10 states in the United States of America that do not allow their people to vote on these laws. All right, they have legislators in place who are voting on these. we know that the majority of the American voting public, all right, is in fact, all right, not informed. All right. What it is that you're trying to say is irrelevant. You're missing the point. The point is that our bodies should not be legislated on.
That is
what
ideological,
we choose to do to our bodies is none of anyone else's business. How is that ideological when in fact there is no legislation that is preventing a man from doing whatever it is that he wants to do with his body?
Allow
with his
me to explain, and you might be able to catch the point if you allow me to explain.
Should I allow him to explain?
Lord have mercy.
No.
Okay, well then we'll never get to the point.
And so the problem is you're coming in with the presupposition that a woman's body should be dictated by a piece of paper when it was written, what didn't include them.
I never said that.
That they had to be. Yes, you did.
No, I didn't. Those words never came out my mouth, young man.
Yes, and so those words came out, and it was implied when your statement of the Constitution.
It wasn't even implied.
And get things codified. And
there are states where the citizenry of the state is more.
Please allow him to respond. Go ahead.
And so I think that you pointing out as well, this is where you also contradicted yourself, that women have more rights in Iran in the 60s, 50s, 60s, 70s, and going up into the beginning of the 80s, right, than women did in the United States. Let's not forget, black women didn't have the ability to vote until 1965. Right? Women as a whole weren't even allowed to hold bank accounts until 1974. That my mom is older than the civil rights and liberties of women.
Exactly.
I think that your entire argument in regards to utilizing the Constitution to codify law based on somebody's humanity and with a document that never equated women to be human, that they had to have their rights legislated into their document. So to go back to states' rights in the 10th Amendment, why should we take control of an individual's body and tell them what to do? That seems very similar to slavery. And that's weird coming from a black man.
Well, would you like me to answer that? I'll take the silence as a yes. If you have a state that is more religious than other states, and those people in that state say, hey, abortion goes against my Christian beliefs, they can and have the right to vote to ban abortion. So if you want to protect that nationally, you have to put it in the Constitution so that no one can touch that right. Now, the fact that nobody should mess with women's autonomy, yes, nobody should, but they can, because that's how the Constitution is written. So in order to avoid that problem, codifying it into the Constitution is a great way to protect that right indefinitely.
And until it's codified, the problem is women are losing their lives. You have an increase in maternal and infant mortality across America, and specifically disproportionately harming black women.
Well, then we need to step it up when codifying that right.
States. I didn't interrupt you. When we look at the individual states, I don't believe that a woman's right to choose should be based on her geographical location. Like women in California shouldn't have more rights than women in Texas. I think that as U.S. citizens, as being U.S. citizens and full human beings in this country, that those rights, regardless of where they are in this country, are absolute. And I don't think that they need a constitution or a law to say that their ability to have bodily autonomy is something that should be legislated by men. So your argument for me is just one of the other reasons why this whole conservative ideology breeds harm into America.
That's just not the reality of the situation.
You're telling the victims of this oppression what they need to do, rather than engaging in how your ideology and your political vote has looked to take away the rights of women's ability to choose and be able to move freely within their society, fundamentally violating the liberty that all women in the United States should have.
Listen, man, I'm sorry that it goes against your shoulds, but should isn't going to carry you. You need that paperwork, just like in every other aspect of life. If someone has the ability to ban that abortion, if someone has the ability to ban abortion, then people need to step up and try to protect it nationally, right? Just like the Second Amendment. As a matter of fact, we don't have to go there. We can go to the First Amendment. No state can take away your right to free speech. Not a single state can do that because it is codified in the Constitution. The First Amendment.
That's not true either. That's a pivot in that.
First Amendment.
There's several.
The First Amendment.
That
Clearly
pivot is
states.
crazy. Look. First and foremost, just to tie this up in a nice little bow, we shouldn't allow states to dictate the rights of U.S. citizens.
That's not America.
Because, and I think that you're missing the point of both Erica and myself, is that these policies, and this particular ideology, is harmful to American citizens. And we shouldn't allow for people to legislate things that are harmful to American citizens. And to your point about the First Amendment, since we're going to pivot now, the First Amendment is being violated across America when it comes to individuals' ability to protest. Going back to the Black Lives Matter movement, we can look at Idaho, Iowa, who all passed law, Minnesota, that would take away people's state benefits, for example, and restrict their ability to have like Section 8 housing if they were caught protesting, while simultaneously limiting the amount of permits and restricting permits for people's ability to legally protest in these particular areas. And then we can just look at and fast forward with ICE and them execute unaliving U.S. citizens on U.S. soil for practicing their First Amendment right.
Brother,
you can't
you're
say that
black,
that right is
just
absolute.
like
The
me.
federal government is literally trampling on those rights.
You're black, just like me. I know growing up, your parents told you, don't mess around with police officers. Don't do none of that. When they come, just put your hands on the wheel and let them conduct their business. I have never in my life tried to peel off on a cop when they're saying get out of a vehicle. You're liable for whatever happens afterwards. I say this all the time. If they have to make a choice between going home to their family or not, they're going to pick the choice that sends them home to their family.
Did y'all know, Erica,
I'm
fun
listening.
fact, did you know
Yeah.
that in the case of Emmett Till, one of the problems that we saw, and this is one of the things that King talked about, is that if you weren't registered to vote, you weren't allowed to be on the jury in several states in the United States, right?
Yes.
In Mississippi particularly, where Emmett Till was unalived, Black people were not able to vote.
Exactly.
And so we did not serve on these juries. What does this mean in the case of Emmett Till?
That means
Is
that
that there was
oh, go ahead.
there was a reporter that went and interviewed 9 out of the 12 jurors. And those jurors knew that Emmett Till actually didn't do it. Right? The case that was presented knew that he didn't do it, but they voted him guilty. Although those men exonerated, the 3 men that unalived him, right? They exonerated them because they said, well, Emmett Till had it coming, right? And so when we fast forward again, the entire argument that he just presented, it's one of the oldest arguments in America where they had it coming. Well, you shouldn't have messed with the police. And because you did that, you had it coming. Well, he had a real $20 bill. He had it coming, right? Why didn't he just comply? He had it coming, right? We
That's
hear
not
this
the
time
same
and time
argument, brother.
again.
That's not the same argument at all.
That oh, he had it coming or she had it coming.
That's a
Sandra Bland,
disingenuous
George
argument right
Floyd,
there.
Breonna Taylor, and the argument that's being made now, like, look, you F around and find out with the police. Like, if you mess with them, like, you know what's gonna happen.
No, they
It's
go
your
so
fault.
far to say comply or die.
That's so
Yeah,
disingenuous.
exactly.
My
Comply or
goodness.
die.
Comply or die.
They gone that far.
That's so disingenuous.
I'm gonna give you a moment to respond, Kwachi. One moment. I have a few things that I do have to read out here. Thank you so very much to Bobby Buff over there on the YouTube for the $10 super chat. Bobby said mandatory vasectomies. I agree. If you're gonna legislate women's bodies, let's legislate boys and men's bodies too. All right, 15, 16 years old, mandatory vasectomy, off rip. There we go. Shout out to Joshua for the 1999 super chat. Joshua said, this weak man acknowledges that women do not have bodily autonomy and willingly does not take up that fight to protect women's rights. He's weak and part of the problem. Erica, keep up the work. Thank you so very much, Joshua. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat for Joshua and for Bobby. And shout out to Mr. Melvin for the $2 super chat. Mr. Melvin says, sir, you are saying the textbook term of misogyny. Stop. And is It's like you recognize that women do not have the authority in the United States of America, all right, that we are suppressed and oppressed because we do not have the authority to actually make our own decisions for our bodies. All right. Yet you're telling us that, oh, we should just move or we should just vote in, other people, when it simply doesn't work that way. Because I'm going to read this from Brittany. Shout out to Brittany for the $2 PayPal. Brittany said, one of the main reasons women get abortions is because of poverty. Are impoverished people more or less likely to be able to move to a different state for the right to choose? Do we want more children born into poverty? Is it quality of life or quantity that matters? That's a fantastic question. And at this point, we know what the answer is. Do you want to answer that question, Kwachi?
I would love to. Nobody's forcing impoverished people to fornicate with each other. And if they do,
To fornicate? To fornicate.
that's the word. That's
To
the word.
fornicate. What does fornicate
That's
mean?
to have sex.
It means to have sex? Okay. So what you're saying is that poor people shouldn't engage in a natural process.
You just said 16 and 17-year-olds should have vasectomies. You just clapped for and cheered for that. So why can't
I'm just
impoverished
saying.
people just avoid having sex?
Oh, no, because I know how to be facetious and sarcastic, and it's drawing a parallel between how men are okay with women's bodies being legislated on, being regulated, yet you're not okay with yours being regulated. It seems to me that you may not understand context or nuance. I think we have to be extremely literal with you.
I just don't virtue signal for everyone's fight. I
We're
know what
not
my
virtue
fight is.
signaling.
Yeah, it kind of is
How is
because
this virtue
look,
signaling?
if I was a woman, I would fight because that would be my battle.
How
I'm
is this
not a
virtue
woman.
signaling?
That is your battle. So how much work have you put in the grassroots to make that law codified for your autonomy? How much work? Because I campaigned for Barack Obama. I also campaigned for Abigail
Oh,
Spanberger. Campaigned, not just
oh,
voted for, campaigned. Actually got on the
oh.
streets, knocked on doors, and
Mhm,
cold called for my elected official. And I did the same for Abigail Spanberger here in
mhm,
Virginia when she was running for her
mhm,
office, not for the governorship, for her congressional office. I
mhm,
actually put in the work because I believe in policies,
mhm,
right? Not party policies,
mhm,
right? So I fight for what it is that I want to fight for. I don't
mhm,
have to fight for everybody else's fight. Like there's that like
mhm.
that is virtue signaling. Like when black people fight against these, ICE has nothing to do with us. If you're a natural born citizen, this is not your fight. But everyone wants to
What?
fight, so that's your virtue signaling all the time. The social justice warriors, there's something that I just don't agree with. You pick policies that directly affect your life, that directly affect your children's life, your
No, I
family's
pick
life.
policies that directly affect all of us. And the reason why is because I'm not a selfish asshole, to be perfectly
Virtue
honest
signaling.
with you. Now, with that being said, you don't get to tell me what it is that I have and haven't done, or you don't even get to even question what it is that I have done or haven't done. All right. Because here's the
I
simple
asked
fact
you,
of the matter.
have you
I'm
been in the
answering the question
streets?
for you. Now I'm going to need you to stop talking. All right. You
I
have
asked
a
you.
really bad habit of like talking when other people are talking. You're a military man, a veteran. You know to be quiet when other people are talking.
Appreciate the
You
gifts,
know
yo.
how a conversation actually works. So there's that part. With that being said, all right, I too stumped for Barack Obama. Phone calls, rallies, door to door. I did that. All right. Also, in regards to what's going on now with ICE, all right, I am going to continue to speak up. I'll be speaking at the city council meeting again on Tuesday in regards to the DHS purchase of the warehouse in my city. All right, because we do not want that here. That is not just going to affect undocumented immigrants, that is going to affect all those within the valley. All right, the Valley of the Sun is what we call the Greater Phoenix metro area. That's going to affect all of us because we're going to have heavy law enforcement action in the area. All right. American citizens, just like in Chicago, Los Angeles, Louisiana, also in Tennessee and North Carolina, all right, in Philadelphia, and so many other places, and let's not forget Minnesota, all right, will be detained. So that is going to affect all of us. So I will continue to speak up for issues, all right, whether they indirectly or directly affect me, because once again, I'm not a selfish asshole. The fuck are you talking about? And yes, immigration is a black people issue. What do you think, that immigrants aren't black? What are we doing? All right? Immigration is a black issue. What they're doing to people is a black issue because they're targeting black and brown immigrants.
My dad got deported under Obama.
Audacity.
So, my dad got deported under Obama. So it's an immigrant issue, right? My mom's here because she's a citizen. My dad's not. So it's an immigrant problem. And mind you, I voted for Obama. So talk about the backfire, but it is what it is. That's the policy. That's the United States policy, right? You got to come here legally.
Yeah.
And if you don't come here legally,
did Dad do everything that he was supposed to do? Was he in the process of getting his citizenship or anything of that nature, or was he just here undocumented?
My dad came here as a political refugee, and he stayed here. He got his green card, and he let his green card expire. He worked at EMC for about 20-something years, employee of the month multiple times. 2008 financial crisis hit, went homeless. He had to look for a new job because they laid him off. And when he started looking, that's when DHS or whatever came and gave him the option. It's either we deport you or you deport yourself. So it's an immigrant
fight. Green card, if it wasn't conditional, a green card is good for 10 years. I don't want to get wrapped up into your personal story here. Hector's here.
And he didn't go get his citizenship. So he dropped the ball on that. That's his responsibility.
No, but you literally can renew your green card every 10 years, and you have 6 months within the time that it expires to do it. So Dad just dropped the ball.
But was your dad
kidnapped off the streets? Like, was he just walking down the streets? All right. Was your dad actually in the process? Was he in the process of getting approved for his green card again, or at his
No, I told you he dropped the ball.
No, I'm just asking you. So your dad dropped the ball. Okay, got it.
Yes,
all right.
Dropped the ball.
So that's not in comparison. All right, that pales in comparison to what has happened to people under the Trump administration. It's completely different. I just wanted you to understand that. Actually, it is, because people who are being arrested, they're being arrested and taken to a detention center. All right, while they're at their naturalization hearing. Right, people who have been approved for a green card are being detained and arrested. All right, because their visa had expired, but literally their green card had been approved.
What's the percentage on that?
Give me a break.
What's the percentage on that? What's the percentage?
You go find us the percentage on it.
No, because you're fighting for it so much, so you must have the numbers behind it to prove that it's if you're fighting for it, you're the one that should know that it's a large number. If you're fighting so hard for it,
I don't care if it's one, it shouldn't be happening. That's the whole problem here.
I'll give you one percentage that I know.
A process and how we do things here in the United States of America. All right.
I'll give you 1%.
Instead of advocating for this type of mass deportation, why not advocate for, let's say, reform, like many of us do, like Hector does, like I do? Why not advocate for reform?
Well, I did under Obama. He was supposed to give us immigration reform. He dropped the ball on that, didn't he?
Who had
and then Biden came.
Of the House?
We had a super
majority
for 2 years.
You said when Biden came, as if you missed an entire 4 years of life.
I mean, Biden ran on immigration reform, and he didn't.
Biden
he didn't give us immigration reform.
Did he introduce immigration reform? Did he introduce it? Did he introduce it? Yes or no?
Well, the Congress introduced it for one session and then never picked it back up again.
That's a lie.
So that's what happened.
You're lying. You lied.
Am I?
Within 2 weeks, within 2 weeks of becoming president in 2021, it was about February 12th of 2021. He did introduce legislation, immigration reform, but the House didn't even pick it up. All right. In 2022, more immigration reform was introduced, but it was struck down because of funding included in it for Ukraine. They didn't want it. The funding for Ukraine still passed, but no immigration reform. All right. Then we get the Langford bill, which would have been the most substantive legislative legislation that we would have had for immigration reform in in 30 years, since 1996. All right. And what did Donald Trump do? All right. The man that you say you voted for, what did he do
About what?
in regards to the Langford bill? You know
Did it even
everything.
did it even reach his desk?
I swear to
Did
God.
it reach his
You
desk?
don't know what he did. You don't know what
Did
he
it
did.
reach his
So,
desk? Because
in
if he
regards
didn't
to the
veto it, he
Langford
didn't do
bill,
anything.
in regards to the Langford bill, what Donald Trump did is Donald Trump verified, made phone calls to different senators and did advise them that if any Republican senator votes for the Langford bill, he will primary them. That is what Donald Trump did. Because Donald Trump said he needed something to run on, and that was immigration. And they gave him what he wanted. Even the namesake of the bill, James Langford, voted against the Langford bill. So there's that. So that's what Donald Trump did. So we could have had some immigration reform during the Biden administration, but Donald Trump put a stop to it. That was me semi-repeating myself for emphasis.
Good job.
You're welcome, bitch.
That's his he can do that if he wants to. That's his party. When he wins the presidency, you can do that if you want to. You don't have to. If he wants to pass his own immigration, by all means.
Look at you,
know what I mean? He
trying
can do
to
that.
skate out of this one.
I'm not. This
Go
is how
ahead,
the
Hector.
this is
I
how the
saw you
coun- this
come
is how
off
the
mute.
country is designed.
No, it's such a lazy response. Exactly, lazy
Sorry.
response.
Sorry, this is how the
Go
country
ahead,
is.
Hector.
I'm just crazy that now that we presented him with evidence that showed that Donald Trump voted against border security, his response is, well, he can do that. So which one is it?
Well,
Do
he
you
didn't vote
want border
against it.
security or not? Well,
He didn't vote
Republicans
against
did.
it.
He directed Republicans to vote against it. So
Right.
which one is it? If you want border
He did
security, it
what-
doesn't matter what side of the aisle it comes from. You get it when you get it, and it betters the country.
and he didn't,
That
and he
part.
wanted his representatives to not pass it, and it didn't.
So
pass.
he wanted to play games with American lives, okay? Because that's his argument. That undocumented migrants flooding the country is hurting Americans. So he wanted to play games with American lives just so he can put his name on a bill. Is that what we're going with?
That's
And
what
if
he
that
went
is
with.
what we're going with, fun fact, they haven't presented a single bill since on actual immigration reform.
Okay, that's not my fight. Like what
That
he's
leads
doing with
me to
ICE,
this.
that's his fight.
Shout out to Auntie Bugsby for the $5 super chat. Auntie Bugsby said, if you love women, Coochie, that's how she spelled it. That's how I'm reading it. It should
I
be
love
your
that.
battle too. You don't give a damn what happens to anyone but the people in your circle.
Yeah.
Tis all. You're selfish. That's all there
Yeah.
is to it.
I'm not selfish. I'm
Yeah,
just
you
not
are.
a virtue signaler. I don't fight for everybody's
This
fight.
is not virtue signaling. You don't know what that word means. You just
I do.
literally keep using words that have no context here. This isn't virtue signaling. All right,
When you
virtue
want to fight for
signaling would
everybody's
not
fight
be
to
well,
look
actually
virtuous,
no, that's
when you
not
want
what
to
that
look
is.
virtuous
All
and
right,
fight for everyone's
virtue
fight, that's
signaling,
virtue
all right,
signaling.
would be pretending to care about someone else's plight. All right, in order to get kudos. All right, to
Right.
order to get a pat on the back. That would be virtue
Exactly.
signaling. Okay.
Right.
So what you're doing is you're saying that I don't care about
I have more important
women's
things
health.
to fight about.
All right. That's what you're saying. You're saying I don't care about women's bodily autonomy, that I'm only speaking on it to get a pat on the back. All right. You're saying that I don't care about immigration, that I'm only speaking about it to get a pat on the back. You'd be wrong. So therefore,
In the state of Virginia,
virtue
you can get
signaling,
an
I don't
abortion.
live in the state of Virginia, so I don't give a fuck about the state of Virginia. I just want
So
you to
fight for your
understand
state
that.
then.
You keep
So fight for your
saying
state.
that.
Fight
If
for your
you've been
state.
paying attention to any part of this conversation, you will know which state it is that I live in. If you haven't
Arizona,
been paying
fight for your
attention.
state.
So pay the fuck
Arizona,
attention.
fight for your state.
Jesus
You
Christ.
you live in Arizona, fight for your state.
You numbskull, I am.
Okay then, so
What
what's
is
the
wrong
issue?
with you?
So then what's the
Like,
issue?
you're not smart. You're beyond, like, just, you're pedantic as fuck. Like, just seriously, you're
Don't
pedantic.
mute me to run from the
I'm
conversation.
not
Don't
muting you
mute
to
me to
run from
run
the
from the
conversation. I'm
conversation.
muting you because I want you to be quiet. That's what you're being muted for. And also, someone told me to check Venmo, so that's what I'm doing.
If it's not his fight, why did he vote? And why are you using these as arguments to say Donald Trump is doing a good job when he ran off with these things?
By the way.
You asked me the question.
He literally brought this up. But
You asked me the
anywho,
question.
shout out to, I hope I say your name right. Shout out to Acacia. Thank you so much, Acacia, for the $5. Acacia said, ask him, what if white Northerners felt that slavery wasn't their fight and black people should have freed themselves? Well, black people did free themselves, right? We fought for our freedom. All right. I will be honest with you. The North would not have won that war without black people. I just want you all, like, y'all got to understand that. However, that is it's a fair question in the sense is, what if, you know, the Union simply ignored what the South was doing?
Then we'd probably still be enslaved.
You okay
But
with
thank
being
goodness
enslaved?
thank goodness they didn't. Thank goodness they decided, hey, we don't support that.
Yeah, and so what you're saying is that you don't care, all right, if all women have a right to make their own choice for their body. You only care about the women in your state, or is it just in your circle? I'm trying to understand what it is that you're saying.
I didn't say any of that.
You
All I
actually
said was
did. 'Cause you said let's go to the
if you
states,
want,
and then you said
if
they
you
can
want,
move.
yeah, yes,
You did
because
say that.
the country is built like that:
Yeah,
states'
you did
rights
say
and
that.
federal rights.
All right, shout out
And
to
if you want-
Acacia. Drop those hearts in the chat. Also, shout out to Lena. Thank you so much, Lena, for the $1. Lena said, for a guest who keeps saying this is a woman's fight, he is doing a lot of yapping about abortions and is. I literally tried to get this guy to like change the subject 20 minutes ago, and yet here we are. Still talking
Keep
about
asking me about it.
So there's that. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you. Also, shout out to Will for the 10. Will said, by guest on logic, his time in the military was virtue signaling, since every fight is not his fight. God damn it, Will. Point it out. Drop some hearts for Will. Guys, drop some hearts for Will. And drop all the hearts in the chat for Miss Sonia. Miss Sonia sent over 50 and said, I followed you after I was introduced to you while watching Dean and Parker. So glad that I did. Love your content. Oh, wow. Thank you so very much, Miss Sonia. I appreciate you, love. Drop some hearts in the chat, y'all. Drop some hearts in the chat. Matter of fact, drop like a 50 gajillion billion hearts in the chat. Bub says that is a number, so we're going with it. All right, drop those hearts in the chat. Thank you all so much.
Appreciate you,
All right,
Danny.
if you all, shushies. If you all would like to support me, support the stream, the links are in the bio. Everything with Erica is the name. PayPal and Venmo. I also have a Zelle, everythingwitherica9@gmail.com. And if you're over on the tube, you can send a super chat. And thank you all so very much for all that you do, because everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. And guys, please be sure to take care of Liv and Hector while they're here, because I'm about to take a break. I'm taking a break. I'm an honest person. I'm taking a break. Hector, Liv, you got it.
What is this show that you run?
Hey, Hector.
Talk about sports.
Live. Talk about sports.
Hector.
Yep.
Are your
Not the same.
are your sports takes as uneducated as your political ones?
My sports takes are just my sports takes. You can watch it if you want to.
I don't think
got a
I
YouTube
will.
as well.
If
Well,
if
then-
this is any indicator of what they look like over there, I think I'm good on that.
I guess you'll never know then.
Yeah, I'd really rather not know.
That's
so
fine. It's not for
why in the
everybody.
world are you coming up here making these arguments, yet nothing is your fight? Tell me, what is your fight? That's the better question. What is your fight?
The fight is my fight personally is for a safe country, right? Secure borders, a better economy than we had the last 4 years.
Safe country, secure borders. Okay, cool. So we literally went over the fact that Donald Trump would have led the Republican Party in their vote against a more secure border, and hasn't presented an alternative since, other than using the military on American civilians, weaponizing ICE agents to kill Americans, so on and so forth. What
That's
is this talk about
disingenuous.
stronger?
That's
It's really
disingenuous,
not.
even to say the least.
It's
He hasn't-
really not.
It really is. He hasn't
What is-
weaponized the military and ICE. No, they're just doing their job, guy.
The military's job is not to secure the border. If anything, they aid Border Patrol. They've never been utilized in the fashion that he has, being stationed at the border for days to weeks at a time. So
That's fine. They're protecting this country.
literally weaponizing.
They're
them.
protecting the
Literally
country.
being the
They're
definition
protecting the
of
country.
weaponization. Exact same thing he did with the National Guard in DC streets and several other places, to where judges had to block their invasion of their own
You know,
cities.
that's actually a great
That's
topic.
violating
we
his
should,
own
we should
rhetoric
stop right
about
there and
state
talk
rights.
about that.
And then we can
should
fast forward
stop
to
right there and
ICE
talk about
literally
that topic
killing
in
American
particular. The
civilians,
National
and then
Guard
Donald
in the
Trump going
District of
out of his
Columbia.
way on Truth Social
What
and
a
other
great
platforms to
topic to
call
talk
them
about.
gunmen and domestic
talk about
terrorists
it.
and otherwise,
Let's
despite
talk about-
video
let's talk
evidence
about the-
showing how wrong he is.
Hey, Hector, one moment. You know what's crazy is that S Dizzy Do Right just sent the good God, not Hector Live. That picture scared the crap out of me.
Thank you for the gifts.
Bruh. Holy smokes. Okay. Breathe, Erica. Okay, good. That scared the shit out of me. S Dizzy Do Right over on the tube just sent a $20 super chat and said, how do you have a Kwachi show? What do you talk about? If everything ain't your fight, if you don't stand for anything, you'll fall for everything. Very sad, brother. Shake my head. Like, bro, like, great minds, right? Because the fuck are you doing? You don't stand for nothing. You stand for absolutely nothing. And also, shout out to Justin. Thank you so much, Justin. I don't know why I said your name that way. Thank you so much, Justin, for the $5 super chat. I appreciate you guys. Keep doing all of the good things. Everything's appreciated and most definitely accepted. Thank you all. Make sure we're taking care of Liv and Hector, guys. Thank you. I just wanted to tell you that because, like, same time, bro. Same time. All right, you got it, Hector.
I just wanted to address the falsehood in his claims and how Donald Trump's actions contradict the same things he said are his fight.
Well,
you voted for a man who votes against your fight.
Well, DC, which I live right outside DC. I'm in Virginia, but I can see the Capitol from
a fucking lightsaber, Liv?
I can see the Capitol right here from my office. Yeah, DC during the Biden administration was probably one of the most dangerous places I've ever lived in, and
that has to be one of the most bold-faced lies you've ever told in your life.
I was even a direct victim of gun violence in DC after serving this nation. I was shot twice in an attempted carjacking.
Carjacking happened. The entire state
under the Biden
regime.
Woo. Ever since the National Guard has been in DC, everybody's outside over here. It's safe. You can walk around.
Yeah, they still have crime happening.
The National Guard isn't bothering anybody. The rate of crime has plummeted over here. Nobody's getting robbed in broad daylight anymore.
I'm gonna go into name calling.
Nobody's getting carjacked anymore. Nobody's getting carjacked anymore.
Just rambling a bunch of nonsense. DC is touted around.
Hector, do you live here?
DC has been touting around record low crime rates for the past couple of years. Well, into the Biden administration.
You can't fudge numbers?
Then Donald Trump came in.
Are we going to act like you can't fudge numbers?
So now we're going down conspiracy thery.
Is it a conspiracy theory? So let me tell you.
Let's talk about fudge numbers. I'm so glad that you brought that up. I am super glad that you brought that up.
I'll put my camera on.
What I'm actually tired of as well is you not shutting the fuck up when I'm talking. Okay?
Thank you.
I think one crazy example of Donald Trump fudging numbers, or better yet, doing things to support inaccurate numbers being posted, would be, say, as Erica talks about all the time, when it comes to his drone strikes and any civilian casualties that could have taken place, he revoked an executive order that Obama passed to provide more accountability and transparency to post those numbers. That's why we don't know if he had any civilian casualties. And you guys tat around Obama's like one. American civilians specifically. We can also talk about the Bureau of Labor Statistics whenever Erica, what's her name, last name, the previous commissioner, was posting accurate numbers of the job decline month after month after month. Yes, he went ahead and fired her ass. And then he put up the new guy who posted the same downtrends, and then they just started skipping months. We can talk about that since you want to talk about fudging numbers.
Let's talk about it, because I do, economics is my actual job.
He's about to dodge every single thing.
Go ahead, ask me the questions.
He literally just listed off a litany of matters where Donald Trump hasn't been honest about the numbers. Right? You respond to that. Respond to that, please. Also, let me give you some numbers here, actually, because since the Trump administration has placed, since Donald Trump has placed the guard in DC, there have been 25 murders. Okay? So I want to know where the zero crime is happening. And not 25, it's 24 recorded. 24 recorded homicides.
Do you know the rate at which homicides were happening before the National Guard?
Yeah, and guess what was happening? Since 2023, it actually was decreasing. It had reached its lowest levels in over 30 years in 2024.
When the assailants that shot me, it was 4 of them. When they shot me, I returned fire and hit one of the guys. He went to the hospital and got arrested. I could probably pull up his name right here. I got the police report here somewhere.
Unnecessary.
We had what we call cashless bail over here. And they just let him go, and they just dropped the case.
That's not how cashless bail works.
They let him go.
Like, you just lie to lie. Cashless bail doesn't work that way. Cashless
Ma'am,
bail
they
is
let him
for
go.
non-violent offenses. People who have committed a violent crime do not get out on cashless bail. So you're
Well,
lying. So
they
there's
let him
that.
go.
Yeah,
Well, they
no,
let him
they
go.
didn't. You don't get to lie anymore. Be quiet. Hey, Grizz Love, are you a Trump supporter?
Not at all. I just wanted to ask this guy I'm also a veteran. I'm not sure if anybody else on the panel is a veteran.
Erica.
But how do you feel about him last week trying to take away our VA disability benefits?
Yeah, I wasn't cool with that.
But you sit here and you bootlick for him on TikTok Live.
I support policies and I don't support other policies. I'm allowed to do that.
That literally makes no sense.
It makes perfect sense. There are policies that you support.
He ran
policies you don't.
Hold on. He ran on bolstering support for veterans and bolstering the military. But he's doing the opposite.
And I call him out on that.
But everything that he has said that he's going to do, he's done the opposite. He's done everything to benefit himself.
Not everything. There's been a lot of great stuff that's come down the pipeline.
Like what?
Like my gas being cheaper, my groceries being cheaper.
I just was in DC. I literally just was in DC. It's the same as it is up here in Jersey. Don't do that.
My gas was $2.30 yesterday. Filled up my tank.
That's expensive for the East Coast.
Well, it was $3 under Biden.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming up, love. I'm going to go ahead and let you down.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you so much for being here. You have a great night, and thank you for your service,
You too.
sir. Okay. All right. No one, I want to put this in the nicest way possible. All right, because you are saying that you were the victim of a violent crime. This is all your words. No one's going to ask you to prove it. I don't care if you could prove it. I don't want to talk about your personal anecdote. All right. What we're going to do is we're going to stick to information that can be proven and disproven, all right, with empirical data. That's what we're going to do. All right. I don't want to talk about your personal anecdote. I really don't. So with that being said, let's continue on with the conversation. Thank you very much. And chat, is 1,400 of us up in here. Let's make sure that we keep tapping the screen, sharing the live, and just doing all of the good things. I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. Okay. I'm not sure who had the floor, but I know we were talking about cashless bill. All right. So let's just move forward, because the actual thing at hand was whether or not the Trump administration is fudging numbers. And Hector gave quite a few different reasons, or a few different pieces of evidence that they are. One in particular being the BLS commissioner, Erica, I can't say her last name, I think it starts with an M, being fired in June of last year because she reported numbers accurately. Also, it would be Donald Trump revoking the Obama-era executive order, reporting annually the number of civilian casualties from strikes. Donald Trump overturned that. That's why we do not know how many civilians were unalived by the thousands of drone strikes that the Trump administration conducted between 2017 and 2020. So there's that. Along with even them fudging the numbers at the border. All right, lying and saying that 500,000 people arrested happened last year when it was over the span during the Biden administration. I do believe Hector can correct me on that one. So yeah, the numbers are just all over the place. Do you want to respond to that? Like, engage in a conversation, please.
Yeah, I don't mind. If the numbers are fudged, that's a bad thing. And as my elected official, I would like to hold them accountable for that. I'm allowed to do that.
Yeah.
What the fuck? His
I'm worried
responses
about
are
you
so
right
lame,
now.
bro.
Blatantly lying that a person who would have shot you and got away with it,
got
tried to
next,
take
Liv.
your car, was let out on cashless bail, when that's not even a position of cashless bail or in any state. There's no state where you can commit a violent crime and be allowed to be able to get bailed out with money. It's not that.
I'm not here
cashless bail.
I'm not here to try to convince you. What's it called? The new
I don't need your
the new
convincing. There's
the
nothing
new
you can
Department of
convince me of if you don't
Justice
even
just
know what
called
you're
me like a
talking about.
month or two ago and told me that they're picking up the case again. Send my medical records to them. I need to sign the
Them
release
picking
form,
up the
and I did
case
that.
and reviewing it has nothing to do with the fact that this criminal would not have been let out under cashless bail.
I don't really care what you're calling it, dude. We have cashless bail over here. and he was released from jail.
Okay, well, you
That's
keep
what
saying it,
happened.
then you keep saying that you don't care what it's called, and then you're misrepresenting what it is.
Well, he
based
got
off that
released, did he
title.
not? So what do you
So
call that?
there's that. Allegedly.
What do you call that?
You said you had his information right there. You can go and give me the name. I can look at it.
Here.
Yeah, I just want the name. He's so full of shit.
Bruh.
Hey guys, can we get the likes up to 600K? Can we double tap the screen? Can we send our heartbeats? Can we repost, share, add the live to your story? Can we knock out the gift goals? Can we check out the links in the bio?
Bruh.
Can we do all the things? Because the next time I'm just gonna yell. Thanks.
Did you take your ashwagandha today?
I did take my ashwagandha today. I did not crash out. I'm having a good life.
Did you catch the name?
No, because you were teacupped. You're outside the app. We can't hear you when you're outside the app.
He was 20-year-old Bryce
did it again.
Hayes. Tyshawn Bryce Hayes. 20 years old, Washington, D.C. Bryce Hayes is hyphenated. And he has a record, too. And that's just one of the 4 assailants. They didn't catch the other 3.
Was
And
this
for-
on
and
June
for- and for-
18th?
Yes, this was on Juneteenth.
Juneteenth is June 19th.
What is this release that he's talking about?
You could probably just go to the DC court system and look at what happened to him. I don't know. I
I
haven't
have to
never
do
heard of
this twice in one thing, but let me see something here. That just
I think there's even a video of my page of me recovering, learning how to walk again. Resilience.
The release that you'd be referencing wouldn't be after 2023. There's a different order in October of 2020 where he was on pretrial release under a high intensity supervision program.
That's not
What evidence do you have to support the claim that he was released after trying to shoot you?
my lawyer.
So then this would be documented, right?
Well, then you can find the documents, right?
I just be wondering though. I be wondering though. Can the National Guard stay in DC forever?
I would hope so.
no.
Unfortunately, I don't think they can, but I would hope so.
So what's the thank you for
Chat,
bringing
let's
that
do
up.
it.
So what is Trump's plan for when they leave?
I don't know. He hasn't announced it.
So he doesn't have one? Is he putting in things to maintain a low crime rate?
Well, that would be up to the DC mayor.
Oh, so wait. So he's not working in conjunction with the DC mayor?
I don't know. You should call the White House and find out.
Wait, so you don't know whether or not he's in conjunction with the mayor. You don't know whether there's a plan in place or not, and he hasn't presented one for you to even say that there was. So why should I continue to listen to this conversation or even have this conversation? You don't know anything.
I mean, they had a press conference where he said that they're working together with the DC Metropolitan Police and the mayor's office and all that.
So
This was like months ago.
Great. So what's the plan to keep? What did they say in their meeting that said that? Hey, how are they working with those people? What are they doing to keep crime rates down?
I'm not a DC resident. I'm a
Okay,
Virginia
so
resident.
you don't
So
know. Okay,
they're
great.
gonna figure it out.
Great.
And
So
I
you
hope
don't
that they
know.
have a
But
good
there's no
plan.
plan up to date, right? He just
I hope
deployed the military.
I hope they have a good
onto
plan.
U.S. soil. So what I can surmise from this is that you have a U.S. president, a sitting U.S. president that has deployed the U.S. military on U.S. soil against U.S. citizens. That seems really authoritarian to me, especially when there's no plan of pulling them out. So, you want to talk about
If
something else?
if the DC police were allowed to do their job at
You
one
want to
point,
talk about something else?
if the DC police were allowed to do their job,
but you can't say that the DC police weren't doing their job because crime rates were at historic lows. in D.C. prior to Trump even deploying the military.
According to numbers,
Yeah,
according
so
to
the past-
according
so
to the
you're
actual
putting the numbers-
citizens that live in D.C.
according
that
to
were
the-
getting robbed in broad daylight,
Hey,
that were getting assaulted in broad. Even the FBI agent
why do you do
that
that?
got his car jacked
Why do
in
you do
broad
that?
daylight.
Why do you do that? Why do you do that?
Because you make
I'm
disingenuous
not, but
statements.
again, you can't just cut me off in the middle of me talking.
The fuck?
You make
That's crazy.
disingenuous
Yeah, look at the
statements.
screen.
What the hell?
Do you see
Oh,
this?
you got that white boy
What
mad.
is wrong with him?
You got that white
Who
boy
is this?
mad.
What is wrong with him? He's
Oh,
out
that's
west.
oh shit.
You see this?
That's crazy. He got him mad.
This is wicked work. What is happening?
Evil Erica is so fucking childish.
That's
This is not funny.
crazy.
Oh my god.
But
The
yeah, for
absurdity
those-
is funny. That's what it is. The absurdity of it all. Yes, Liv, I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's wild. My whole thing is that like just based on the numbers, crime rates are at 40 and 50-year lows in DC. The murder rate hasn't seen these levels of lows since 1965. When we talk about like poverty, there's more been done to address issues of poverty, houselessness, and food insecurity in DC, which also have contributed to the declining of the crime rates and also recidivism in DC. So my whole thing is that like these things were happening with the mayor and the DC police over the past between multiple mayors, past 10 years.
Exactly.
Right. So my whole thing about it, and love to hear your perspective here, is that if we know that these crime rates were already climbing down, why deploy the military and not support the initiatives that we know over the past decade have been decreasing the rates of crime?
Because crime wasn't like you could show me all the numbers in the world if you were actually in the city.
But you said
the
you
last
weren't in
4
the city.
years.
You said you're not a resident of DC.
No, but I like I
Okay,
said.
great. So you're not okay. Great. So you and I are the same.
Let me turn on my camera.
Okay, great. You and I are the same, right?
Let me turn on my camera.
You're not. You've already agreed that you're not a resident of DC. I'm not a resident.
Let me show you.
And so what we can look at is that crime rates with the mayor and
see that?
PD. Hey, it doesn't matter. That doesn't matter to me. Look,
That's the capital.
and that's fine. But you're not a resident of DC.
What's your point?
Yeah. So again, you made the argument that I'm not a resident of DC. I wouldn't know. You're not a resident of DC either. But when we look at the crime data, it's been consistently trending down since the late 1990s.
And if you actually believe that, you're more naive
Well, that's
than I
what the
would
data
hope
tells us, and
that
that's
you're-
what the
that you
mayor,
are.
as well as multiple mayors and several studies over the past decade have shown
Studies don't trump
okay,
life.
but multiple studies, right, would show
Studies
a
don't
trend.
trump life. Go
Yeah.
if you were in the city
Okay, that's fine.
the
Listen,
last
I don't care
4
about your
years,
Listen,
you
let
would
me
have
ask you this.
seen and you would have
Let me
experienced
just
how
ask you.
violent the city
I'm
was.
sick of this anecdotal shit. Let me ask you.
This
a
isn't
question.
anecdotal,
You're a
guys.
black man.
This
You're a
is
black
real.
man.
If you were
Okay,
in the
great.
city,
So if you have a point, then you'd be able to engage in these questions.
if
right?
you were in the
Listen,
city,
hey, do you think that your individual actions speak for all of black people? Do you think your individual anecdotal evidence speak for all of DC?
yes.
Okay, great. So when we look at crime rates, how are you saying that crime is up, but then when we look at DC, crime is trending down? So how is it that you can live in your imagination while the reality of DC crime rates have been trending down? I don't understand how those two things can be true.
A
It's
black
called
a
not
black
being-
mother just got on stage during Black History Month and expressed how grateful she was because of the National Guard coming in.
If Steph
Just
Curry
got on
can shoot the
stage.
that's a pivot.
This
I don't
is
care
this
about
is
that.
happening all over
Yep.
all over the city.
I watched that. I'm so grateful President Trump and get off his case about being a racist. Never
Everybody
mind, he
is
just
safe
posted the
now.
Obamas as monkeys
Everyone
a week
is
prior.
safe.
Yeah, I remember her.
I remember that. We watched
I
it
don't
on
care
the
You
about
Real
know,
Fact Show.
it's something about the left
Hey, one
that
moment.
it's just like,
Archie,
you
I'm gonna
know,
let you get that off. I promise. I'm gonna let you get that off. All right. Shout out to one of my favorite black men. Shout out to Jordan. Jordan sent 75. Jordan said, "Please do 25 for Liv, 25 to Hector, and I can keep 25." Yay! Thank you so much, Jordan.
W. Jordan.
Love my educated black. I can't talk. Love my educated black brothers and sisters. Shout out to Jordan. All right, guys. So what that means is we need another 25. Okay, for Hector and another 25 for Liv. All right, look at your screens. Wink, wink. Okay, that wink really fucked me up because it's opposite, and I was like, wait, why is the screen making like this? It's a whole thing. Never mind. It's weird. It was. Moving on, guys. All right, their links are in their bios. Do all the good things. Okay. All right. All right. I'm gonna send this to you guys right now via the Venmo. Okay. But thank you so much. Drop those hearts in the chat for Jordan, y'all. The fuck is wrong with this guy? All you want to do is talk about personal stuff. The fifis in his tum tum. Can't talk about anything factual, and that's what we always get from you all. You all can't actually speak on anything from like, how can I say this? A level of knowledge, like an academic level or anything of that nature. It's always going to be about how you feel about something or what happened directly to you, because that's all you care about is yourself.
Well, you're the one that's talking about it should. That sounds more like feelings than the actual way the Constitution is written and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, those wouldn't be feelings.
If you guys actually
Because
cared
that
about
was in
black
direct
people, you
counter.
would
That was
love.
in direct counter to you saying that men's bodies shouldn't be legislated on. 'Cause that's what you said earlier.
I
And
didn't
I
say
said,
that.
well, women shouldn't either. How is that feelings?
All I said was the men topic was irrelevant. I never said it shouldn't. I didn't even entertain that question. I said that's irrelevant.
Why is it
Or that
irrelevant? I
statement.
don't care. Y'all keep talking to him. All right,
You
save
said that
Hector,
black.
save
I truly
Liv.
believe
What
if y'all
about
cared
black? What
about
about
black
black
people,
people?
you
What,
wouldn't
what about
mind
black
having
people?
the
Did you say?
National Guard in DC.
What
If
did
y'all
you say
truly
about
cared
black
about
people?
black people, it's like saying it's the same thing as when they were saying, "Oh, the Chicago crime rate had gone down." Are we serious? How
Explain to
many
me.
black
Yes, Chicago. Chicago
how
is
many
in the
black
top
boys and
25.
girls got to die before y'all like, all right, we need to actually do something?
All right, now you're just doing appeals to emotion. Chicago isn't even top 25 violent crime cities in the country.
It's top 5. What are you
So
saying?
what were you saying? It's not top 25.
It's top 5.
No,
You got Baltimore, you got Memphis, you got Chicago, you got Detroit, and
Is he fucking
what's the top
serious?
5?
You know nothing. And I'm tired of pretending that you do know things, because you don't. Literally, Chicago is not even in the top, what? Chicago's not even top 25, I don't even think. I know it's definitely not top 10, and it's definitely not top 20.
How many black boys and
Like,
girls
what are
got
we
to die
doing?
before y'all start taking this stuff serious?
That's a wicked statement that you just said that to a black belt teacher, to the mother
Well,
of
it
a black
doesn't
son, and
seem
to
like
another
y'all care
black
too
man. I
much.
think that is wicked work, what you
Doesn't
just
seem like y'all
said.
care too much. 'Cause
Okay,
we got the
you got it,
National Guard
buddy.
here to protect
Hey,
people.
can I, Liv, did you have anything else that you wanted to say? Because I'm about to give him the floor. You got anything, Liv?
roaches for raid. Just one thing I wanted to say.
Mm-hmm.
That I don't see at any point the Klan has ever looked to help black people, and I don't see why a black person will vote alongside the Klan. That makes no sense to me. You wouldn't be able to talk to me about black people, and we don't not caring about black people when you actively voted alongside the Klan.
Exactly.
I'm sure you voted for Biden, and he gave a eulogy to a grandmaster of the Klan. So there's that too. The hypocrisy's loud.
Oh, you
When
really
we
stupid. You
know
The
they don't
hypocrisy's
know
loud.
nothing. Hector, do you want to explore that, or what do you want to do, Hector?
No, nothing to explore. I'll just make a statement. Robert Byrd was not a grand master of the Triple K. In fact, the only reason why Obama and several other black people, including the NAACP, celebrated his accomplishments as a Congress member, then senator, if I'm not mistaken, of the House and then the Senate, is because of the legislations that he passed and pushed for black people to have the rights that we so enjoy today. Because when in his youth, he was a member of that group, and then he left and went on to choose a life of civility and acknowledgement of black struggles. Because, white people can denounce racism and do
Really?
better. Just in case you didn't,
You
didn't
believe
know
a
that.
former
Your
Klan
president
member?
didn't do that. Your president
Wow.
didn't do that. But,
Not at all.
look at Fred Trump, look
believe
at his daddy, and look at the things he upholds
you believe
there.
a former
But
Klan
there's
member?
that. I mean, I don't know why you're
Jesus
trying to interrupt me
Christ.
talking about what a former Klan member did, because then you would have then voted for the son of a former Klan member and Fred Trump. Fred Trump was literally arrested from being at a Triple K rally. Go look that up. Actually, you don't look up anything. With that being said, that's why he was celebrated.
Fred
I
is a
celebrate
Donald
that
guy.
celebration as well. You should probably read.
Exactly. You should read. All right. So I want to
Don't
say
run
one
from the
thing.
convo with the
Excuse
meat.
me, Kwachi. I want to say one thing before we
Now the guys call
continue,
me
because
Coochie because I get it.
I'm about to give you 2 minutes to just say your piece, okay? All right? Okay, please allow me uninterrupted to say mine. Thank you.
He's saying, I don't hate you.
Right.
I just hate all of the choices that you make. Because those are the choices that bitch ass niggas make.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. So,
That's all. That's all. Shout out to my girl Shauna. Shout out to Shauna. Shauna sent 75 and said, following Jordan's lead. Split. Also, the coochie man who never gets coochie is lying as I'm in the area too. We know, Shauna. We know. He's a fucking liar. Okay? He's a liar. He's a liar and the truth ain't in him. Shout out to Shauna. Drop those hearts in the chat, y'all. Drop those hearts in the chat. Thank you so very much. All right, Livingston and Hector, I will be, I'm going to do it now, actually. I got distracted because Shauna sent hers in, and I wanted you all to say your piece to him. But he was insufferable. Like, man couldn't say nothing with any truth to it whatsoever. None. Absolutely none.
Didn't know things at
It was
all,
like
and he was so confident in just saying anything.
Yeah, it was like he wasn't even making a cohesive argument. He was just like throwing shit at the wall, hoping something stuck.
Yes, that's exactly what he was doing. That was annoying. I was annoyed. I ain't gonna hold y'all. That was annoying. Anywho,
You try to talk to us about civics by mentioning the Constitution that was never written to include women. What are we doing?
that part.
What are we doing?
We got included later. We were included late. It didn't even think about black women. It definitely didn't think about, I'm not gonna say black people, because that came later also. All right. And then women came super later. Hey, what are we doing? And then black women, all right. It was so funny when you said that black women didn't get our rights to vote until like 1965. Someone in the chat was like, women could vote way before then. You don't know history. You don't know history. You don't know history. Guys, keep doing all of the good things. Shout out to all of our donors, all of our gifters, to everyone who's tapping that screen. Shout out to the tubers. I forgot to hit the button for Twitch today, so we're just doing the tube. But thank you all so very much for doing all of the good things. All of the good things, guys. I appreciate y'all. All right, let's keep it going. And if you voted for Donald Trump, go ahead and request up. Request up, get in the box, and let's have a conversation. All right. Hi, Dr. Keisha. Did you vote for Donald Trump?
How did I get up here?
I don't know. You
I'm
must have been
literally
tapping.
no, I'm not. I'm literally. I was in
tapping?
the kitchen taking care of my dogs. No, I was in
Oh.
the other room taking care of the Doberman.
How'd you get
That
up
is
here?
hilarious. The spirit must have been like, Lord have mercy. Wait until after he finishes talking.
Must have. That man was ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Well, while you're here, everyone, make sure you follow Dr. Keisha. She does the Medical Collective podcast. They run on Spotify, on iTunes. Also, they stream on YouTube. So make sure you follow the Medical Collective over on the tube also. And follow Dr. Keisha, guys. Do all of the good things while she is here. Okay? Make sure you follow her. All right. And then, of course. All right. I'm not going to force you to talk to a Trump supporter. So I am going to let you down because I will not do that to you.
No, but if it's any healthcare things, I'll be around.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you so much, Dr. Keisha.
Always.
I appreciate you.
Thank you, Dr. Keisha.
Awesome. Let's see. What do we have here? Chase, this is the only time I'm going to acknowledge you, young man. I'm not letting you on this panel. You don't get, no, absolutely not. Just get out of the request. You're doing too much. Hey, Justin, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
I'm 36.
Okay. All right, and
I just
so
want to say this really quickly. I've been looking up this Tayshaun Bryce Hayes for this whole time.
Mhm.
Anything publicly available with me in regards to his arrest, I'm now looking up docdc.gov. I checked the Superior Court docket for criminal cases. I'm not seeing where he was released. But anyways, I see where he was released in 2020 under, strict supervision for this other case. But anyway, go ahead.
Okay, got you. Yeah, he's lying. Someone in the chat said they looked it up also and said that he was lying. So there's that. Hi, Justin, you're 36. Okay, so why are you still supporting Trump even after he said no new wars?
Well, I just tuned in and I heard you just speak to the last person and said, I won't make you listen to a Trump supporter. as if it was such a horrible thing. What did
Dr.
you mean
Keisha
by that
doesn't
when you said
engage
that?
with you all.
But what did you mean
And I
by
didn't
her
say
not
I
having
won't
to
make
listen?
her listen to one. I said I won't make her
That's
talk
what you
to
said.
one. I said talk.
Oh, so you wouldn't make her
Are your
talk to one.
feelings
Why would
hurt?
it be? Why would it be so bad to talk to
Are your
one?
feelings hurt?
I'm asking you a question. Why would it
Are
be
your
so hard
feelings
to
hurt?
talk to one?
I offer anyone whose feelings are hurt, I offer them flavored milk. You have the choice between chocolate, vanilla, or strawberry. And you also get animal crackers. Which one would you like?
No, it has it has nothing to do with feelings. I could care
Are you
less if
sure?
you want to or don't want to talk
Are
to
you
me. My
positive?
question is why what is the problem with talking to a Trump supporter? What
I'm
is
going
so
to say
bad
it
about
one more
that?
time so you can understand. All right? Dr. Keisha does not engage with Trump supporters.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. So is there anything
Really?
else that you want
Well,
here?
the
Or
majority
do you want
of
to
the
keep
majority of the
crying?
blue let me tell you this much. The majority of the blue collar workforce is Trump supporters. If you
Him so stupid. He think that we're talking about off of this app. Hector, Liv, what are we doing?
I don't know what we're doing right now.
And
Like,
that's what Dr. Keisha isn't like.
you didn't want to
Anyway.
hear my point?
what'd you say, Hector? Go ahead. I'm sorry, brother.
No, you're good.
What are you doing here? What are you get? What were you saying, Hector? Liv? It doesn't matter.
I was just gonna say, we're talking about a damn TikTok appearance and podcast on other platforms where she literally talks to doctors, and he got in his feelings about it. It was kind of weird. How about you focus on like what's happening here? Better yet, I'll answer your questions as to why we would think talking to Trump supporters is insufferable, ridiculous, and in many cases useless outside of proving particular points. Is because you guys do exactly what you're doing right now, showing your ass.
Now, you know what we do? We work for a living, and we are the backbone of this country.
Wow,
And
that's crazy.
what I'm acknowledging is the
Wow,
fact
it's
that
almost
none
as
of
if
you guys are
everyone
on
has to work to
TikTok.
survive unless you have someone helping take care of you.
Right. What
And if
skill do you
have
have?
more
What
people
what
taking
what
care of you on
what
the
field are
liberal
you in?
side, then that's a
Let me
compliment
ask
to
you,
the
what field are
liberals,
you
not
in?
a knock. What?
What field are you in? What line of work do you do?
I'm self-employed, my guy.
Doing what?
I
That's
run
not
a
a job.
business. Self-employed
Yeah,
is
vague
Did you
because
just
you're
say?
embarrassed to
Did
say
you
it. Just
just?
say you're
Did
embarrassed
you
to
just?
say it.
Did you just
What?
say being self-employed isn't a job?
Be specific. Self-employed could
Did
mean
you
a
just say
million things.
self-employed isn't a job?
Obviously, you're not being specific.
So
Be
being
specific
self-employed
about.
is not work.
I said what line
So
of work are you in?
self-employed people don't work.
Self-employed is not a line of work. That is a generic.
Self-employed literally is a line of work. I just
Doing
didn't get
what?
specific.
Do you go door to door and cut grass?
What? No, sir. What
Okay.
do you
Oh,
do?
I'm self-employed. I'm an independent political commentator, and I also do content creation. I'm self-employed.
That's not a job.
Those aren't jobs. I have a business
No.
and everything.
If you went
I'd say.
away, your job is inconsequential.
literally-
It has no
I'm
impact
also a
on
licensed
society.
PNC agent, so if I wanted to right now, I can open up my own insurance agency. So there's that.
Oh, so that's more important than the first one?
No, either or.
No one said that.
Both are
You're the
important.
one who's trying to
Oh,
rate
don't say
the
You're
that.
the one
importance
that's
of it.
trying to put some type of like
Hey,
scale to
this
it.
self-employed
So,
idiot,
like you're trying
this
to
self-employed
qualify or
idiot that won't.
quantify the importance. I think your feelings are hurt. Because guess what? You
Yeah,
haven't done since
very
you
His
went up
feelings
here,
are hurt. He doesn't want to.
Justin,
He
you
won't
haven't
even admit what
engaged in
field
an
he's in.
actual conversation. I asked you, why are you still supporting Trump, even though he promised no new wars? And all you've done so far, Mr. Blue Collar Man, is talk about the fifis in your tum-tum. All right?
You
Now,
know,
Justin, do
Okay.
you want to engage in the actual conversation? Or
Yes.
should I grab the flavored milk and animal crackers? It's up to you.
No, let's
Then
play your
answer the
side and do a
question.
political conversation.
I just
Answer
want
the
to say
Yeah,
one
question.
more
yes, I
thing,
do.
Erica.
Because you
Thank
guys
Just one
won't
more
admit.
thing.
You
Because
guys
you
won't tell
wanted
me
to
what
sit
line of
here
work
and
you're in.
cry that I got hung up on the fact that I was self-employed, and the reason why I did is because you tried to say that self-employed people do not work, which is crazy to me. Because last I checked, I remember filing taxes for my businesses. I remember
Right.
benefiting from those cuts and credits and
Yeah,
all these different things. So I guess none of that means anything so long as you have that title. But I digress. You can answer
Yes.
Erica's question now instead of keep being a
If
crybaby bitch.
if you can't describe your career or your
Erica
job in
quite
5
literally
seconds,
just
it's
described
not a
hers,
job.
and I would be half of that alongside
I'm
being a licensed
self-employed.
insurance
I'm gonna go
agent
get-
as well,
I'm
PNC.
definitely gonna
Oh, a
go
health
get,
insurance agent. Yeah. Okay.
No, I
I'm gonna
never
go
said
get
health
Bubba's
insurance. You're not
Spider-Man
listening.
cup. I'm gonna go get Bubba's Spider-Man cup, and Bub has some chocolate milk, so I'm gonna pour it in there.
All right.
All right, and I want you via this screen right here to drink the chocolate milk and bite a fucking animal cracker and shut the fuck up. All right,
Let's
let's
hear your
engage in the
brilliance.
conversation. All right, if
Yeah,
you
go ahead.
want, I will
Let's hear
get
your
you the
brilliance.
Despicable Me blankie, and you can take a nap. Bro, chill out. Good grief. Tap, tap, tap the screen, y'all. Tap, tap, tap the screen. Hey, Mr. Itchy, how are you?
Hey there, love. It's
Yeah. I'm not your
it's
fatherless
crazy.
son.
Black people went from working in this country from dark 30 to dark 30, and now white men
Are your feelings hurt? You have a fatherless son.
working
Oh,
80
look at him,
hours a
guys.
week.
He's mad.
They cry to work 80
Took no
hours.
time, huh?
He's so mad.
No, daddy.
They try to
Guaranteed.
work 80 hours a week. You know, it's the trick that the rich did in this country. They went from
Yep. Kick me out. You're going to kick me out because that
to
really hit it.
actually making white men work 80 hours a week and making the motherfuckers brag about it.
Are
Exactly.
your feelings hurt?
They think that it's a flex.
Yeah, it's an amazing feat.
They think that it's a flex that they gotta work a friggin' 60 hours in 1 week to feed their families. Like, bruh, no, it's not a flex that you have to do that. All right, like find something else to do that like pays you more. Okay.
Why didn't your baby daddy stick around?
Go.
They never
You
heard
know
of the
what? When I
statement,
go
work
pick
smarter,
when I
not
go
harder.
pick my son up from his dad's in about
Yep.
45
Figured.
minutes,
Yep.
then guess what's gonna happen?
Could have called it.
Guess what's gonna
Coulda
happen?
called
When
it.
I go pick him up from his dad's house, right? Guess what's gonna happen? Okay? Guess what's gonna happen? I'm gonna give him those animal crackers you keep refusing. Cause you's a bitch. It's funny that you came up here and
Oh,
you're
now
just
you're
simply
cussing me
not
out.
talking
Yeah,
about
you're
you
upset.
keep talking about your feelings, but you don't want to engage in the actual conversation.
I've been waiting.
This is your third shot. Third shot, okay?
I just want to point
Go
out
ahead.
the typical
Let's hear your
stereotype.
brilliance. What's your question?
Your dad,
Stupid,
your son's dad being a deadbeat. Yeah, most white men in this country are deadbeat dads.
Oh
Oops,
no,
figured
the
that one-
hummus
figured
white
that
is
one out
definitely.
early.
You know what's crazy, Mr. Ishii? The hummus white man is not a deadbeat. He's not. He's an asshole, but he's not a deadbeat. There's a
No,
difference.
I'm not saying that he is.
Okay.
I'm just saying that the stereotype that he tried to use didn't quite fit the stereotype.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
I'm
did
giving
not,
my children
statistically.
a father and a mother.
Is he ready to engage yet? Oh
I
my
don't think so.
gosh.
I'm waiting.
He just keeps crying.
Say something smart. So far, you've
Why
said
You've already been
are
asked the question
you
twice.
still
This is a third
What's the
time.
question?
supporting
But you're not
Trump?
listening,
Not me
stupid.
asking the question. You're not listening to the question. Why are you still supporting Trump? It's actually above your head. If you can't hear black voices, you can at least read stickers, maybe.
And the
I don't
sticker
know.
font is in white.
It's crazy. Nice, bold white, just how you like it. Why are you still supporting Trump?
I'm supporting Trump because he's doing exactly what he promised to do.
Erica,
This was not on his campaign trail.
do you want to do this thing, Erica, where we go around the room?
Do you want to talk about a subject? I don't know. That was a vague
literally
question.
talking about the subject.
Why are you
Shut up.
supporting Trump?
So you want to go around the room, Erica,
What's the subject?
and have everyone
Pick a
on
topic.
the panel give a promise that Donald Trump made and how he would have violated it. I think that would be fun. It's up to you.
Sure.
I'm
All
just a
right. Let's
guest
start with
here.
Itchy.
All right, Itchy, floor is yours.
What was the question again?
Oh, it's okay.
Go
ahead, Hector. You got it.
I just say we're
my
gonna
God.
have everyone on the panel except Justin because he's disingenuous cite a promise that Donald Trump made and then how he's violated already.
Oh yeah.
Violated what?
No new wars, and he's been starting wars across the globe for
No new wars.
at least 380 days.
That would be the big
Crazy.
one. Hector.
Cool. So I remember Donald Trump promising to be a protector of women, whether they like it or not, and to use the government to pay for IVF. And then he's put forward no plan whatsoever to do so. And it's quite literally been a threat to women via his directives to several departments, such as ICE, or even in regards to his appointees, say Pam Bondi over the DOJ, who is continuing to redact the names of creepy Felix
This is so
Democrats
boring.
and
I'm about to
Republicans
leave.
in regards to the Island Man files.
Oh, yeah, that one. I also remember Donald Trump saying that he was only going
Yawn.
to deport the violent criminals, yet we have over 70% of the people sitting in ICE detention have no criminal convictions or charges. So there's that part. That's a lie. Also, I remember Donald Trump saying that the other country pays the tariff when in fact it is the American consumer that pays the tariff. I remember that part. So yeah, that's why grocery prices are higher. So it's furniture, the cost to build a home, so on and so forth. So here we are. But go on, Justin. What promise did he keep
Liv's
to
turn.
you?
It's Liv's turn. He came back.
Liv, your turn.
Hey, what
My
we doing?
turn.
Liv, you're supposed to give a promise that Donald Trump made that he's already broke.
Oh, I promised that he wasn't racist, and then he began to do racism.
Crazy.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
a big
that
one.
was
That's a
predictable.
big one. Stood on that one with his full chest too.
Mute.
Yep. Now you can speak, Justin.
Mute again. No, you almost got it. Try it. Get it. There you go. Find the button.
What did he say? Because it sounded
fuck is
like
he
he
doing?
had like nothing to say. I don't know.
Yeah.
You mute me every 3 seconds. You don't want to hear what I have to say.
Because we went around the room to give everyone an example of a promise that Donald Trump is broke. When you voted for him because he's kept all these promises.
Yeah, I'll tell you why all us
now
blue
cannot
collar guys
refute
voted
all the
for him. I'll tell you right now, buddy. If you want to listen to it, or if you don't. If you do or you don't, tell me what you want to do. You want to listen to it or not?
Cite your
All
reasons.
right, I am going
Because
to
he was the
read
most.
these off because
Okay,
he
yeah.
doesn't have
This is a
anything to fucking
waste
say.
of time.
Swear to God, bro.
Yeah.
Like every time
Are
we
you going to
give
give me
you
a
the floor,
chance
you
to
start
talk, or
crying.
is it going to be like you and your baby daddy in divorce court?
You get to shushies now. Hey, shout out to Haley for the 75.
There's no judge to
Haley
defend you in
sent
divorce court
75
right now.
and said, absolutely love your lives and appreciate the hard work. Thank you so much, Haley. Can I split between the three of us? No, I can't. You did ask, and I'm telling you, I'm answering. I'm answering the question. I'm just kidding. All right, I'll send the money over to Liv and Hector in just a moment. Thank you so much, Haley. Drop some hearts in the chat for Haley, y'all. Drop all of the hearts in the chat for Haley. All right. Also, let me see. Did I miss
Hold on,
something?
it's Women's History Month, so make sure we're taking care of the Black woman host. All right.
Let's see here. Okay,
I do with my tax dollars.
There we go. All right. Oh, wowzers. Okay. Also,
I
good.
pay more in taxes than all
Googly.
three of you.
All right, shout out to Melanie for the $5. Melanie said Justin is crying for free. He is. He's embarrassing himself for free. That shit is wicked. At least
That is
get paid
crazy.
for it, bro. All right, this must be his thing.
My
Also, shout
family's
out to
intact.
Cousin Jesse for the $2. Cousin Jesse said, "Cousin, why is this mediocre white man worried about self-employed people instead of answering your question?" Good question, cousin. He
doesn't
mad
even
that
know
the
what he
black
does.
people on the panel are doing better in life than he is. That part.
Not a
That
chance.
part. All right, he's mad that he has to work 95 hours a week just to feed his family bologna and Oscar Mayer French fries. I don't fucking know. We don't eat that stuff.
Oof.
All
You're
right,
working on a Sunday
there's
night.
that. There's that. Anywho,
You're working on a Sunday night.
guys. Keep tapping the screen. Keep
You're
sharing
working-
live. Keep doing all of
Working
the
on
good
a Sunday
things,
night.
guys. All of the good things.
You're working on a
Oh
Sunday
my
night.
God,
Hard for
it's
me to
so
mute him from
funny.
here.
He's trying to get
On a
like the
Sunday night.
words out. It's so funny.
We're working
I'm
on the
so-
Sunday night.
I know, right? You're itchy. I'm sorry. That is so fucking funny to me. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, guys. That was hilarious. He's like, you're working on the Sunday night. Okay. He's like, I get it out fast. All right. And shout out to Justin for the $5 super chat. Justin said, bro, I work for a living. Construction carpentry superintendent, Bible Belt of America. I absolutely do not support Trump or fascism to any degree. So there's that. Shout out to Justin.
Tell him.
Drop some hearts in the chat for Justin, y'all. Also, shout out to Jonathan. Jonathan sent a $5 super chat earlier and said, here is what I found. Thank you for the live. Oh, thank you for being here, Jonathan. I appreciate you. He found that Tyshawn was released due to insufficient evidence or pretrial release under DC's no cash bail system. So basically what that means is that he was not released based on the crime that was supposedly committed against that previous guest. Tis all.
That was 2020.
There's that. Oh, and that's what you found, Hector?
Yeah, that was 2020.
There we go.
That wasn't 2023. That wasn't for the crime that he came up and said.
There you go. All right. So dude was lying, of course. I think he probably just looked up someone's name and was like, there's that. All right. And then also, guys, let me make sure here. I got them all. Also, shout out to Janine. Shout out to Janine for the $20. Janine sent a donation for some chocolate milk and animal crackers. Immigrants are the backbone of this country. Yes, they are, because immigrants and the enslaved are the ones who built this country. All right. Without immigrants, especially without the enslaved, this country would not be standing. We wouldn't even have a capital. We wouldn't have a railroad system. We wouldn't have New York City. Okay, I want you all to understand that. We wouldn't have a South. Okay. All right. Also, another thing is that they wouldn't know how to till the tobacco fields without the enslaved. They wouldn't know how to do the rice crops in South Carolina without the slave. I want you all to understand that the Europeans that came over here, they didn't know how to do much of nothing. Like it was bad. It was just so bad. Like what it was that they couldn't do. Anywho, I'm gonna step off my soapbox. Thank you so very much for the donation, guys. I appreciate you all. Make sure you all draw some hearts, and also shout out to Jonna. Hey, Jonna, my love. Jonna, no, I'm gonna send it right back. All right, I'm gonna send it right back. But thank you so much, Jonna. I appreciate you, love. And shout out to my girl Gucci for the
Jonna.
5. The Gooch sent 5 and said, I think he didn't want the chocolate milk because it's brown. You know what? I should have went with strawberry. Damn it. You're so right, Gooch. You are so right. Drop some hearts in the chat, y'all. Drop those hearts in the chat. Keep doing all of the good things, guys. All of the good things. I appreciate you all. Thank you so very much. Let you know that everything is appreciated and most definitely accepted. Bruh. Why he leave?
Because he had nothing. He's gonna go. You wanna know why? You wanna know why? And other blue collar workers like me, because I'm an example of every single blue collar worker. You wanna know why we voted for Trump? I'll tell you why for Trump. Because he made sure to violate every promise he made. We voted for Trump because those undocumented migrants are just coming over here, and I know they're undocumented because they're brown, of course. They're just coming over here. And they're just taking my job, man. I was up there and I built a house with my crew in 278 days. And those undocumented migrants, they did it on 174. And then when my boss said to pick up the pace, I said I'm a victim of black supremacy, and they didn't like it, so I got fired. So that's why I voted for Trump, because vote for Trump means that the black people get put back in their place, and I get to be like big again or whatever.
Please make it
It's
stop.
still like 3 inches, but you know, a vote for Trump gives you about a half an inch more. That puts me at like 4.3. And when I'm at 4.3, that means that I'm the best, because I'm at 4.3 and Trump is president 45 and 47. So I'm not doing so bad. You know, that's that Trump.
I forgot this is what happens when you lean in. Keep doing all the good things, guys. Oh, and don't forget, I'm going to actually put it on the screen. I'm going to put it on the screen. I forgot this is what happens when you lean in. I'm not even going to hold you. I really did forget. Maggie left. Damn it, she wasn't a Trump supporter. Fudge sickles. That sucks. Chat, drop your hashtags. Drop your hashtags in the chat. Let's have a conversation. All right. Let's have a conversation with the Trump supporters. If you're a Trump supporter, go ahead and request up. All right. Don't be afraid. Or whatever. I don't know. Drop your hearts in the chat. Drop your hashtags. Do all the good things. Let's knock out the last 3 of the bicycle dinosaurs. Let's do that. Y'all got anything? Iran? Any updates? I'm about to look at that.
3 U.S. troops are dead.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw that
So,
earlier. Yeah.
Operation Epic Fail is doing what we knew it was gonna do.
Pretty fucking much. Nope, that's not it. It's right here. Boom. Remember, guys. Thank you so much for the bicycle dinosaur thingies. Thank you. Remember, guys, you can take 15% off this weekend at the ericaeffect.com. ericaeffect.com. If you look at the top of your screen, you'll see it scrolling by using code LOVE15. 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 You can get 15% off. You can get you a Do All the Good Things shirt, or you can get yourself a a bruh hat. You can get a I'm smarter than a Trump supporter mug. I shouldn't eat cashews during the live. A lot of work. There's like a lot going on here.
You have mod slots open?
Any mod slots on this account? I don't think so. Why? Who wants to be a mod?
No, that was me. It would just be easier for me to manage it from here.
Oh, from your back. I thought your backup was already a mod. I'll fix it. Okay. Are you sure you're not a mod already? Hi, person up top.
I just put it.
What's up?
Hi, are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Okay, and for TikTok purposes, how old are you?
32.
32? Okay, all right, give me 2 seconds. Hey guys, take like 20 seconds and make sure you're following the backup at the bottom, Erica_Shantae. That's the backup account. Make sure you're following it, all right, and do all of the good things because we'll randomly be going live next week. Next week, this week, like tomorrow. But if I tell you tomorrow, then it won't be random, but randomly going live on that account, all right, starting soon, I should say. So make sure you're following it, and it's been 20 seconds. There we go. All right, awesome. Thank you, Miss Corey, for the money gun. I appreciate you, love. Okay, all right, and Maggie is back. So let's see if Maggie is a Trump supporter.
Thank you, Miss Corey.
Hi, Maggie. Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes.
Hold on one moment.
18.
Oh, I'm sorry, Maggie. You say you are a Trump supporter and that you're 18 years old.
Yes.
Okay, what year were you born in?
2007, September 28th.
Fucking Chase.
No.
It's creepy.
That boy weird. He's so peculiar. So peculiar. Okay, why are you still supporting Trump even though he promised y'all no new wars?
It wasn't really like I don't think it was like a major promise, but what it's looking like right now is there's no troops on the ground. No land being taken.
Did he just completely ignore the fact that we mentioned the 3 U.S. troops were on the ground and are dead?
I got it. His microphone is awful.
It is.
I'm sorry, your microphone is really, really bad. If you have us on Bluetooth, please take it off of Bluetooth. And then also try to speak into the microphone, into the mic. All right. I'll let you figure out. Oh, that's fair. His mic was awful. Is he inside a pillowcase? Jesus Christ. Okay. All right. Let's see. Who's this person here? I think this might be the last one. I do got to go pick up Bubba. Leave out by 6:15. Hi, Pita. Pita, are you a Trump supporter?
Nope, didn't vote for him, but I do support some of the things he's doing. Not everything.
Who'd you vote for then? Damn. my head mod does not play. She does. They do not play. All right.
Do we just block these accounts like
At
Maggie here? Like just okay.
At this point, yeah. It's beyond weird at this point. Like, what are we doing? All right, chill out. All right. I'm honestly starting to think that it's someone, but I'll message you who I think that it is and then do that. All right. But anywho, I don't know, guys. We have 1,000 people up in here and no Trump supporters. So once again, I won. I won, guys. I won. I did it. I beat all of TikTok MAGA.
Is it time for dad jokes? Also,
you got a dad joke?
I do. I got a list. I gotta go get it. But also, could somebody go buy pencils? And classroom with this. Yes. Yeah. Can somebody buy some pencils and maybe some snacks? Like, that'd be super dope. Definitely need pencils tomorrow. I'm just thinking about it. I'm gonna have to go get some from Walgreens, I think. But hey, Erica wins. W Erica in the chat. Also, dad joke time. 1 second.
Okay. Shout out to cousin Jesse. Cousin Jesse said, I'm a rap for my cousin. Cousin Jesse sent $2 and said, cousin, did that basic as fuck white man say your son was fatherless? He should be worried about his demographic being bred out of existence, old goofy ass boy. I know that's right, cousin Jesse. I know that's right. Shut him down. Drop some hearts in the chat for cousin Jesse, y'all. Fucking awesome. I don't know if they know what fatherless means, but okay. Okay.
Right.
That part.
First off, no one's fatherless technically.
That part. I got one from Miss Barb that I gotta read. All right. Shout out to Miss Barb. Hey, Miss Barb, for the $25 over on PayPal. Miss Barb said, I was raised by a single mom, and she's the reason I don't tolerate insufferable fools like him. And if he's interested, since he's using racist dog whistles, I'm white. That part. That part. That part. Thank you so much, Miss Barb. I appreciate you, love. Drop all the hearts in the chat for Miss Barb. Thank you so very much. Make sure we're taking care of Itchy, Hector, and Liv while they are here, guys. All right. These are actually 3 of my favorite people on this app. All right. I just need Dan and Matt and Kiana. All right. And Kiana and Merm to come by. And then it's a party. It's a party. No? Okay. All right. I tried. Left hand something something something. Are you a Trump supporter? Left hand something something something. Going once. Left hand something 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 going twice. My left hand something something something. Okay, guys. All right. Keep tapping the screen. Keep sharing the live. Keep doing all other good things. All right. Where are we at on likes? Hey, let's get us up to 700,000 likes. 700,000 likes. All right. While Liv tells us dad jokes. Livingston. Wait, this is not the dad joke book.
Let this
Over
man
here.
disappear in the second we need you. Don't be a white father, man. Come on.
Don't
We
be a
got
white
this.
father. It's wicked. Oh, speaking of white fathers, I want to do that video by Trump. That's what I want to do. Excuse me for a
Hey,
moment here.
big W to Virgo for $15 donation for pencils. I will go get those in the morning right before I go to school.
Awesome.
Also, my girlfriend the other day told me that I'm the cheapest man she's ever met.
Liv has a girlfriend, y'all.
I'm not buying it.
Liv, you said it out
Shut
loud.
up.
Liv, you said it out loud.
Oh, I'm single. I don't have an actual girlfriend. I just think it sounded good for the joke.
Oh my gosh. Sick it.
I fell for it. God damn it.
It was good. Heck, that was a good one. I'm
Now
not
I'm
buying
mad
it.
because I fell for
Cheapest
it.
man. Cheapest man. I'm not buying it. Get it? Buying it.
One moment, please.
What was the joke I told you the other night? Can't even remember, can you?
Does Itchy know he's off mute?
I can't even.
I don't think he does.
I think Itchy will appreciate this one. That cottage cheese as a chef too, Itchy, as cottage cheese.
A joke that I had said the other night.
Oh, I don't remember that one. But as a chef, Itchy, you would agree that cottage cheese isn't a cheese at all. This just occurred to me. Occurred.
Get that part. It
I
was
just
a
want.
good one the other night, and I was meaning to remember it, but it was so late I can't remember. It was fun. It had me rolling too.
I just want to say something like, Liv, what I did last night on Swan's panel. I know no one told you, but I did let everyone know that I've been taking lessons from you, and like my patois is amazing. It was this lady. It was a girl. She was a woman. It was a woman. All right. She didn't know her race. She was all over the place. Like at some point she was Asian, then she was white, then she was somehow black, then she was indigenous. It was a lot, right? And so she ended up saying that her father is from Jamaica, right? And she actually came out of her mouth and she said bomba clot. So I said,
Rasclad.
ain't no way, ain't no way, there's no way. There's no way that she can't do it better than I can, right? And she was talking to Kim, of all people, right? So I had to go up on the panel and I had to show her how it was actually done. And so I went up there.
Oh boy.
And I said, I'm on your side, lady. I'm on your side. She was like, let me talk. And I was like, ma'am, I'm on your side. Let me help you. Let me help you. And I was like, a bumbaclot, rasta. Rasta. Walk on. It was so bad. It was so bad. And then I dropped. It was so bad, Liv.
I got one for you. Here goes the patois. The patois word of the day. Okay.
It was so bad.
Rotted.
What? Rotted.
Rotted.
You gotta stop asking me to do these things. Rotted.
Rotted just means like you're shocked. Rotted. I am shocked. Rotted.
Okay. Sure.
Rotted.
It was so
Hector,
bad.
say bumble.
I'm going
Hector, say bumble clap.
though, y'all. Y'all might catch me smacking.
Okay, all right. See you later, Itchy. Oh, Itchy,
Respectful.
I have some good news for you, but I don't know how good it's gonna be. I'll message you.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Gonna be.
Hey, did I ever ask y'all what do you call a man with no knees?
Oh my god.
Oh my
no.
god. What do you call him?
What?
Well, no. What?
No. I messed that up. What do you call a man with no sheen? That's what it was. What do
What
you
do you
call a
call
man
him
with no
no
shins?
shins?
No shins.
No shins.
That's why I don't do these shit. Yeah, Tony. Bye. I'm gone.
Goodbye, Tony.
Hey, what do you
Drop
call
some
it?
lines in the
Megan,
chat
what do you
for
call a man with one eye, one arm, one leg? What do you call that?
I don't know what you call it.
Oney.
Get away here. What's wrong with everybody tonight? What are we doing?
That's literally what you call it. It's Jamaican call. Look up oney in patois.
Oney?
Yeah.
Oney.
Call him a oney.
Okay.
When somebody vex you, they're my crisis.
You said words.
Yeah. In my vex.
I gotta
my
think
vex
the
you.
people.
vex
Let me
uno.
change this. Ooh, I
Hey,
am a
You know what vex me.
one-person production over
What did
here.
the grape say when it got stepped on?
What?
Nothing. Just a little wine. Shut up now.
Nothing, just a little wine. Okay, all right. Why does it always take me forever to find something? Good grief. I have thank yous to say. I have stuff to do, guys, and I'm trying to do it. I'm trying to multitask, and I'm doing a really bad job at it. Like, a really bad job. Okay, there we go. I'm so excited, and I just can't hide it. Okay. Thank yous. I also want to play something from Trump before time gets away from me. Thank you so much to Elizabeth for the $4.99 super chat. Elizabeth said, "My Justin, and appreciate you. Sorry, it's not more. Trying to pay for that IVF that was supposed to be free." I didn't get that first part, Elizabeth, but I definitely understood the last part. Shout out to you. Shout some hearts in the chat for Elizabeth, y'all. Also, shout out to Shriek Caleb. Caleb said, sent a $5 super chat and said, Donald Trump has fulfilled 99% of biblical prophecy of the Antichrist. Us white folks can't handle that. F Donald J. Trump. Damn. Is that true, Liv? I know you like Christian and stuff. Is that true?
What you say?
He's fulfilled like 99% of the Antichrist prophecy. I don't know
So
99%. Oh, you know.
Liv probably knows about it, but we read that last Sunday. There was an article put out where someone wrote down the Bible and all the ways it's attached to it.
Yeah.
And I'll send it to you, Liv. But I think you know what it is. It was like, I remember laughing on live, and I said, if I was a Christian, I'd be real fucking scared right now. So that shit is pretty concerning. I'll send it to you. I got it right now. Wait, do you have Discord, Liv?
I don't do Discord. I mean, I have it.
Okay, I got it. I'll send you
Do
something
you
else.
have Discord trauma too?
Well,
Discord trauma?
I
Just
got
a lot.
Discord. I got it. It's a lot. Yeah, I got
It's a
Discord
lot.
trauma.
It's a whole lot.
Yeah.
And it's overstimulating. So then I just turn off the notifications because I'd be like, it'd be too much. But when we be live and like when they be sending the emojis and stuff in the chat,
yeah,
hilarious. But outside of that, did y'all hear about the man that dipped his nuts in glitter?
I got one more. Good grief. Shout out to Mr. Melvin for the $5 super chat. Mr. Melvin said, I appreciate you guys dropping knowledge on these fools. Only thing missing is a deck of cards for a spades game. I know that's right. But I'll beat everybody ass in spades. Everybody.
Damn, no, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would. Don't nobody want to play that Midwest spades where y'all be using like cutting first. Who plays spades first?
Who does that? You got to cut in with the spade first. What are you talking about? No joking.
And y'all legitimately don't even do Joker, Deuce, Ace.
I don't do Joker.
Why don't you do Joker?
Because that's cheating. Like,
No,
why?
it's not.
Count the cards like a real player, like a real player. I don't do no Joker for what? We play mainly spades over here. So,
Oh, I got you. Jonna, I'm gonna message you, love. I promise. I'm gonna message you, and just as soon as the live is over, I'm gonna message you. All right. Hearts to Jonna. Thank you, Karen, so much for the cake. I
Hearts to
appreciate
Jonna.
you. Also, shout out to Virgo Hair. I like your name. I do. All right. Thank you for the $5. You said the classiest activist I know. I don't know about an activist, but thank you for thinking I'm classy. I appreciate it. I appreciate you so very much. I literally will eat a pudding cup with my tongue. Super classy. But thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Draw some hearts in the chat, y'all. Draw some hearts in the chat. I appreciate you for that. I'm gonna take it. All right. I'm gonna take
Big
that shit. I'm gonna
W,
put that in my
Big
dating
W
bio.
to Amy. Oh, I'm sorry.
You good? Go ahead.
I just want to say big W to Amy. Thank you for the $25 donation to my kids' classroom. I will use that now to order some stuff, some pencils and stuff.
W's.
And did you guys hear about the man that dipped his nuts in glitter?
Oh my
No,
God, no, I
Lil.
did not.
Pretty nuts, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You know what? I'm just glad it's not me tonight telling the jokes. That's all I got to say. Hector, you got any more jokes?
Nah.
Nah.
I'm looking them up. I'm looking
I
them
mean,
up.
I think this is a good one. I don't think people heard this one.
I typically have to sort through all these bullshit like articles to find the actual good ones because some of this shit is egregious. Oh my God. It's not even bad. Just not
Not even funny.
I caught my
Lil.
son. Yeah, I caught my son chewing on an electrical cord, so I had to ground him.
Is Shauna here? Because you're right, Gucci. I'm not giving you the drum roll for that one, Liv. I refuse. All right. Matter of fact, Liv, the next time you tell a dad joke, you have to do it in Donald Trump's voice.
I'm gonna keep it $1.50. This one's terrible, but I think it's terribly funny. How do lawyers say goodbye?
How?
We'll be suing you.
That is so stupid. What are we doing? All right, Liv, the floor is yours, friend. You gotta do it you gotta do it in a Trump voice though.
What are you saying? I can't do a Trump voice. I don't know.
You don't know how to do Trump?
I don't.
Come on.
I don't.
You can't do Trump?
Come on, Liv. We all
don't
do
know how
Trump
to
voices
do the
here.
Trump guy. Do the Don.
Listen,
It's
you just got to have the hands, right? Erica likes to do the sniffles. You can do the sniffles. You can go, quite frankly, you know, you just got to do the head turns as well.
China.
Got to get some of the lines in.
I just don't know how to mimic a bigot. I don't.
You gotta cup your hand.
Cup your hand. Okay. Sniff your nose like you're doing a line in the 1970s off of a toilet seat.
Off of a toilet seat, yes.
Yes. Hey, to be frank, I would have to change my name.
This is the worst Trump impersonation I've ever heard in my life. The fuck? Liv, that was so bad. Oh my God. I know I never would say that to someone. Oh, wow. Liv, that's so bad, friend.
You know, a black man. I'm gonna give you
Yeah,
A for effort. I can't give you the plus, but I'm gonna give you the A for effort. Why? Really quickly, shout out to Fabulous Thinky Link for the $5 Venmo. I love it when you lean in. That's right, Virg. You know what? I hate it when I get contradicting orders, man. I'm told to lean in, then I lean in, then she be looking at me crazy. And I'm like, what do you want?
I forget.
And she be like, it's
that's
not
what
that
happened.
simple. And I'm like, damn, this ain't the Notebook. Anyway,
I just forget what happens when you lean in, Hector. That's all. I just literally forget what happens.
that's why black men don't speak up.
I do have one for Hector though. Erica, you've heard this before, but it's just an honest question. Hear me out, Hector. If somebody is born inside of a car and dies outside of a car, is it okay to say car born, die outside?
Sir. Sir.
I gotta get going. I just want everyone to hear how Donald Trump said that Americans are gonna die. That's what I want you all to hear, because that's what he said.
A short time ago.
It's about right
help
here.
The men and women of the armed forces, the future,
Here
and it is a noble mission. We pray for every service member as they selflessly risk their lives to ensure that Americans and our children will never be threatened by a nuclear-armed Iran. We ask God to protect all of our heroes in harm's way, and we trust that with his help, the men and women of the armed forces will prevail. We have the greatest in the world, and they will prevail. To the members of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard, the armed forces, and all of the police, I say tonight that you must lay down your weapons and have complete immunity, or, in the alternative, face certain death. So, lay down your arms. You will be treated fairly with total immunity, or you will face certain death. Finally, to the great, proud people of Iran, I say tonight that the hour of your freedom is at hand. Stay sheltered. Don't leave your home. It's very dangerous outside. Bombs will be dropping everywhere. When we are finished, take over your government. It will be yours to take. This will be probably your only chance for generations. For many years, you have asked for America's help, but you never got it. No president was willing to do what I am willing to do tonight. Now you have a president who is giving you what you want. So let's see how you respond. America is backing you with overwhelming strength and devastating force. Now is the
Shut up. So, yeah, like, did the babies at that school ask for this? They didn't ask for this. They didn't ask for any of this. 165 little girls gone. Like, they didn't ask for this. I just want them to. Hey, does he think about the words that come out of his mouth? Like, who wrote this shit for him? All right, it's just stupid, is what it is. It's just absolutely stupid. You know, an argument. Liv, I think Liv was on the panel when this happened, but an argument that was presented was that that Iran was using the school as a shield because there's a barracks, a military barracks that sits close to it, like adjacent to that the school building. So they said that they were using it as a shield, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong with you? Exactly. And so Unc had to come up. That's Dan Trail. Unc came up and actually explained to them that that's not what happens. If it's a military base or military area, that's normal. All right. And I spoke to how that is the same way in Norfolk, because Norfolk Naval Base is the largest naval base in the entire world. And at Norfolk Naval Base, there's schools, there's shops. Like, you have the whole naval exchange there. There's that. But there's schools, there's shops, there's a recreation center, there's housing. Like, it's because the military people literally have to do stuff, right? All right, people live there. All right, so it was fucking crazy. Danielle, are you the Danielle that's in Virginia? Are you in Virginia? If so, did we go to school together? Because your name real familiar, like, I don't know. If you're the one that ordered from we did go to school together? I thought I knew you. What school we go to? Can you inbox me? No, you're 23. Okay, I'm almost 60, baby. It's okay. You just have the name of someone that I know then. I'm like, did we go to school? Okay, all right. Because I asked my cousin, I was like, hey, do you know a Danielle? And she was like, that name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure. Anywho, all right. I graduated 15 decades before you did. So there's that. Anywho, time for me to pack it on up and go get the bubs and, you know, get ready for Monday, because it'll be here before you know it. Yes, I'm almost 60. I graduated about 15 decades ago.
I have one more.
Yeah, and I also was actually this was a capitalism. Do not hold this next one against me after Hector goes. Okay.
Okay, go ahead, Hector.
Oh God, I'm on a seafood diet. I see food and I eat it.
That was offensive. That was really offensive. That was offensive. Shout out to Hector. Hector, don't ever do that again.
I have.
Draw some hearts for Hector, y'all. Come back. I feel bad. Go ahead, Liv.
I just, was wondering something the other day. I work with kids, and I was just looking. I realized something. Do you know that Barbie isn't pregnant? Do you know why Barbie isn't pregnant?
Why?
Because Ken came in another box.
Not you leaving before I could drop you. Not you leaving before I could drop you. That is wicked work, Livingston. That is wicked work. Anywho, guys, this is who we're going to go say hi to. Go say hi to my friend, Queen V. Lee. All right, go say hi to Queen V. Lee. She is another Black woman content creator on the TikToks, all right, who is doing all of the good things. So go show love to Queen V. Lee, all right? Do all of the good things when you go over there. Just show her all of the love, okay? And make sure that you follow her, too. She hosts an amazing panel. She hangs out with Just the Bill Shy. All right, I'm pretty sure you guys know who Just the Bill is. But when you go over there, drop some hearts in the chat, say Erica Raid, and just do all of the good things. All right, I think it's time that we hit that music. All right, I'm going to play it from here and see what happens. All right. So with that being said, guys, thank you so very much for hanging out with me tonight. We've had such a fun night. Thank you so much to Liv, to Hector, to Itchy for stopping by. I feel like I might be forgetting someone, but I hope not. But thank you all so very much for hanging out with me tonight. Also, thank you to the chat, to you all. Thank you to the two. Thank you to TikToks, to everyone who sent a comment, who shared, who reposted, who sent a gift, who sent a donation, who did all of the good things. I appreciate all of you so very much. Let's do it again tomorrow. All right. And with that being said, I leave you with this as I always do. If you can't do something kind for yourselves, please do something kind for someone else. All right. I love y'all. I truly do. And with that being said, we're going to end on the YouTube first. All right. Let me